Well, good evening, sports fans. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening here in Eads, getting ready to bring you a six-man football contest between the home team Eads Eagles and the visiting Walsh Eagles. So for the entirety of the game, not going to call either team Eagles because that'll just get real confusing for me and you both. But thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Appreciate your support. This, of course, is the Scooters Coffee Game of the Week. Oh, we will now take a quick break for the national anthem, and then we're back here on KVAY with some six-man football action. We are getting ready to bring you some six-man football action between the home team Eads Eagles and the visiting Eagles from Walsh. So I will not be calling them either team Eagles because that will just get confusing for everybody. But yeah, Eads hosting Walsh tonight in some football action. This, of course, is the Scooters Coffee Game of the Week. Scooters Coffee inviting all sports fans to stop by 1231 North Main Street in Lamar today to enjoy specialty coffee, iced drinks, blenders, smoothies, teas, and baked from scratch pastries and more. Their convenient and fast drive-thru will get you in and out and onto the ball game. Scooters Coffee, they've got some amazing people serving amazing drinks amazingly fast. Thank you to them for sponsoring this Game of the Week. Big thank you to them. This, of course, is the pregame report brought to you by Tri-State Body Shop. Tri-State Body Shop in Lamar, known for great quality work when it comes to things like auto body repair, painting, auto service, and windshield replacement, just to name a few. Tri-State Body Shop, 204 West Poplar in Lamar, always striving to take care of all your auto body repair needs. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this pregame report. So Eads 5-0 heading into this game, 2-0 in league play. Beat Grenada, a tough team last week. Got to call that game. Was a good one. They won 44-28. Currently ranked second as of today. I looked at the CHASA rankings. They've outscored opponents 345 to 135 this season. They are a very rushing-oriented team. Meanwhile, the visiting Walsh squad, 2-2 overall, 0-1 in league play. Two-game losing streak. Losses to Adalia and Shine Wells, who've consistently been some very good teams here when it comes to six-man football. Currently ranked 13th in the state when it comes to six-man football. Now, Gorley had been playing quarterback, and they are a passing team. They only had stats for their first 2 games, but only 15 passing touchdowns, just 1 rushing touchdown in those first 2 games of the season. Once again, a league game. No shared opponents this season between either of these teams. Eagles versus Eagles, so yeah, just going to say Eads versus Walsh. And Eads won this matchup last year 80-28. That's the Tri-State Body Shop pre-game report. Thank you to them. Thank you to Arc Valley Vision Care, Lamar and LaHunna for bringing me my beautiful view here in Eads as we're getting a little bit of an earlier than expected start. And did that beautiful national anthem, of course, brought to you by D. Mulgosa and the staff at Bison Title Company. Kicking will be Aiden Ho. Ho blasted it all the way down. And Caddick got the ball for Walsh. Gets all the way to the 20-yard line. Ho stopped there. Walsh starting with the ball. First quarter officially underway. The Walsh team playing against the home team Eads. Once again, Walsh, a primarily passing team. And we've got the ball looking to rush up the side. Able to get a little bit of yardage before finally getting tackled there by number 26, Ethan Britton of the Eads Eagles. Yeah, that national anthem brought to you by Bison Title Company, proudly serving your abstract or real estate title needs in 7 counties. Be sure to call today at 336-2242 or stop by 121 South Main Street in Lamar. Walsh ball clock still ticking, 9:20 and counting left here in the first quarter. Walsh got the ball, looking to run it up left side, is stopped there, finally tackled on down. Not too often do you see the cheerleading squads travel with the team when it comes to 6-man football. Don't see it too often, but pretty cool to see that from Walsh, and also plenty of Walsh fans here in Eads cheering on their team. Walsh 2-2 heading into this game. Eads 5-0, 2-0 in league play. This is a league matchup between these 2 Eagle teams, as it is about 3rd and 3 for Walsh. Walsh ball, and we do have flags on the play. Getting tackled down by Eads there. Flag on the play. Thank you to Ace Tire Service for bringing us all of our penalties. Will be called on Walsh. Hey, would like to thank American Implement in Walsh, McDonald Electric, and Western Shelter Insurance, Inc. for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. We appreciate the support. Walsh getting moved back. Still will be 3rd down for the visiting team from Walsh. Currently on a 2-game losing streak, but both those losses to, I believe, Idalia and Shine Wells, both ranked in like the top 7, top 8 when it comes to 6-man football. Those are some. Scoreboard reads 0-0. Eads is a very high-scoring team. Their 2 low-scoring games were the last 2, both league games, where they only scored 44 points last week and 52 prior. But other than that, the first 3 games all minimum 76 points. So Eads a very volatile team when it comes to scoring. Let's see how Walsh handles that tonight. Walsh, there's the snap. And instead of quarterback will throw it up, looking to run, but he's getting tackled. He's tackled there. Is it number 30, Jackson Foster? Little fake punt there by Walsh. No good, though, as they're trying to get it up, but turnover on downs will be Eads picking up the ball here. Eads with the ball. Eads loves the rush, and they got some great rushers as they are setting in. Not playing quarterback right now is Aiden Ho. Instead is number 9, Brantley Buller, the freshman. As he is the ball, and he's engulfed. Oh, but fumble on the floor. And let's see who picked it up. Will be picked up by Walsh. as number 9, Brantley Buller, playing quarterback there. Oh, thought it was fumble, but was recovered by the Eads Eagles. So we'll be 2nd and 17 now for Eads. 2nd and 17 for the home team Eads squad. The quarterback, Brantley Buller, the freshman under center. We'll pitch it all the way back to number 24. That's Shane Winder. Shane Winder trying to make some fancy moves before getting tackled there by number 24, Grady Mundell, the sophomore Walsh. 7 minutes and counting left to go here in the first quarter is Eads ball after they stopped Walsh on a turnover on downs. Matchup between the Eagles. Eads is in their yellow with purple lettering and some white trim, while Walsh in the white jerseys, purple pants with purple lettering on the jerseys. 6:45 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. Quarterback under center for the Eads squad. We'll pitch it back. That time to number 12, Karsten Buller. Karsten Buller breaking some tackles, and he looks free. He's running down the left line now. Good work there by number 12, Karsten Buller, just like that. Man, called that game last week, Eads versus Grenada, and Karsten Buller, oh boy, that kid, he has got some wheels on him, able to burn some Walsh players there and score a touchdown for the home team Eads squad just 3.5 minutes into the contest. 6-0 in favor of Eads. As they're getting ready for the 2-point conversion kick, according to the stats on Max Preps, Aiden Ho is 22 for 24 when it comes to the 2-point conversion kick here. Snap, set, kick. That one is up. And it is good just like that. The Eads Eagles lead this game 8-0 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. We are now going to take a 1-minute break, and then we're back here on KVAY to bring you some more six-man football. Getting ready to come out of the break there. Scoreboard currently reads 8-0 in favor of Eads. Eads versus Walsh here in Eads. 6:33 left to go on the clock as Eads kicks it off there. Will be Walsh ball at the 15-yard line in their own territory after the touchback. Aiden Ho, very solid kicker for him. Had been playing quarterback for all the games I'd called, all I'd seen, but now playing quarterback tonight is a Brantley Buller, the freshman. Walsh with ball. Looking to rush up the gut. They just kept pushing their man. He got some decent yardage, but stopped there by Eads eventually. Brantley Buller able to get the stop there for Eads. Eads leads this game 8-0 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard against the visiting squad from Walsh. Here on the sideline, well, the Walsh side here in Eads, as they snap it back, they pitch it to the right side. He's looking to run down that right sideline, and he's going, and he breaks the tackle. Just like that, the Walsh Eagles have scored a touchdown thanks to a Samuel Wright Russian touchdown. Samuel Wright, boy, that kid put the wheels on, and he just kept going. Number 12 on each team has scored, and that not even a full minute of in-game clock passed before the Walsh Eagles, they respond. So 8-6 now, Walsh only trailing by 2. Walsh with the ball. Looking to go for the 1-point conversion. Oh, but they dropped the ball, and Eads will fall on it, ending that extra point conversion. So 5:48 left to play here in the first quarter. Walsh has scored a touchdown just like that, thanks to a Samuel Wright Russian touchdown. Over a 40-yarder there. Good work there by Walsh as they only trail by 2, 6-8 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. We're going to keep it right here and thank some sponsors like Western Shelter Insurance, Inc., Baca County Feed Yard, Safford Spray Services, SMC Irrigation in Walsh, Lazy XD Brand LLC, and Fat Puppy Construction. Thank you to all them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast as the Walsh Eagles score a touchdown just like that. 45 seconds after Eads scored there, so Walsh will be doing the kickoff here. Their first kickoff of the game as they're nipping at the heels of Eads very early on. Thank you very much for tuning in here on KVAY, be it on the radio on 105.7 FM or on our live video streaming on our YouTube and Facebook pages, both go by the same name, KVAY 1057. Be sure to check those out if you're interested in the live video broadcast of these games. Also, next game will be tomorrow around 3 p.m. Lamar hosting Salida in a volleyball action. But right now, Eads hosting Walsh. 5:48 left to play in the first quarter. Walsh just scored a touchdown, no good on the 1-point conversion. Eads leads 8-6. Walsh with the kick. They will pop that one high. With the ball is Shane Wider going down that left side, getting run out at about the 35-40-yard line. Stopping the clock, 5:42 left to play in the first quarter. Still plenty of time left to go in this first quarter. 8-6, Eads leads. Hey, let's also thank Crave Kettle Corn of Walsh, the Eads School District, and Precision Home and Lawn LLC. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. As it's a lovely night here in Eads. You know, officially fall, the first fall sports broadcast we are bringing your way. Got the quarterback, Buller under center. And loses the ball, recovered just like that by Walsh. That is number 15 for the Walsh Eagles. That is Cooper Mundell. Excuse me, that was number 45, Maddox Gorley. And just like that, Walsh forced a fumble. They pick it up, and Walsh ball will be 1st and 15 for him at about the Eads 31-yard line. Good position for him. About 5.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. And a Walsh fighting back valiantly against Eads very early in the game. The only trail 6-8 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Like I was saying, Walsh much more of a passing team. Quarterback not under center. Instead, will pitch it to him. Will long snap there. And we do have not flag on the play. They're just going to replay the down there. As the quarterback for Walsh is the sophomore Hudson Gorley, who did very good for Walsh when it came to baseball and basketball. So, looking to do the same for their football program at quarterback. In the first 2 games alone this season, that's the only games they had stats for on Max Preps. Those first 2 games, he had 15 passing touchdowns. They love to throw from the sky. Yeah, it was a 5-yard penalty on him, though. Now 1st and 20 at about the Eads 36-yard line. Will long snap to Gorley, the quarterback. He's got ball. Will pass there to the right side to Maddox Gorley as he's gang tackled right in front of us by a couple of Eads players. But giving Walsh some very good yardage. Will be a 2nd and about 10 for him at the Eads 26-yard line. Let's thank some more sponsors like Garden City Regional Airport, Rancher Supply of Lamar and Lahana, People's Credit Union of Lamar and Springfield, and Colorado Mills. Thank you to all our sponsors. As Walsh, 2nd and 10 at the Eads 26-yard line. They only trail by 2 here. According to, I looked at Chassa earlier this afternoon. According to them today, Walsh was ranked 13th in the state in 6-man, while Eads ranked 2nd. There's a snap there to Gorley in the back. Gorley looking for his man. Quick pass there to the right side. Once again, that time to number 12, Samuel Wright. Samuel Wright with the reception there. Gets him a first down at about the 15-yard line. Let's see. They may just be, yep, we'll just be first and goal straight at the 15-yard line for the Walsh Eagles. First and goal at the 15-yard line. Walsh looking to be in the driver's seat. Looking as they currently 2-game losing streak, losing to Idalia and Shine Wells the past couple of weeks, while Eads taking down a strong Grenada team just last week, which I got the privilege to call. But back to action, Walsh ball. And there's a snap to Gorley. Gorley checking right, checking left. There's a bullet pass, and he finds Samuel Wright just like that. The Walsh Eagles are in the lead 12-8 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Yeah, Walsh leading this contest of the Eagles here. 4:34 left to go here in the first quarter. 12-8 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. They keep this pace up. We will have ourselves a high-scoring one. Good work there by Walsh. And Samuel Wright, we're rushing and a receiving touchdown now on the night. As great crowd here for both sides is Walsh ball. Assume they don't really have a kicker as they're going for the 1-point conversion once again. Looking to rush it up the gut, and they will get it. Will the Walsh Eagles scoring the 1-point conversion. They lead this game 13-8 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. 5-point lead for the visiting squad from Walsh early on against the number 2 ranked team in the state in 6-man football. We are going to take a 30-second break, and then we're back here on KVAY with some more football. Getting ready to resume our coverage of this football broadcast. Walsh, just like that, taking the lead on a number 10, Hudson Gorley, the quarterback, passing to the right sideline of the end zone to number 12, Samuel Wright. 15-yard passing touchdown with the plus 1-point conversion. They lead 13-8 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Walsh beating Eads. Walsh getting ready for the kick. Kicking off to Eads. Wheel kick there in the back to receive Brantley Buller. Buller looking to run it up the right sideline before getting pushed out by Walsh at about the 35-yard line. As Eads now falling behind against this Walsh squad by 5 points. 4.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Let's thank some more sponsors like Shine County Abstract to Shine Wells, Cook Oil Fuel Services in Walsh, and the historic Cow Palace Inn. Thank you to them for always sponsoring these sports broadcasts. It will be Eads first and 15 at their 30-yard line. Like I've been saying, playing quarterback tonight is freshman Brantley Buller. Will hand it off there. Getting tackled there by a couple of Walsh players. Is number 24 Winder, but gets Eads some solid yardage. 4:15 and counting left to play here in the first quarter. Eads trails 8-13. Will be second and 8 for him. Second and 10 at about their 35-yard line. Eads in the yellow jerseys, while Walsh in the white jersey, purple pants. Eads ball, quarterback Brantley Buller under the center, Vasquez. He will hand it off there. Looking to run left side that time is number 24, Winder. And just barely seemed to have gotten the first down for the Eads Eagles, as he's pushed out of bounds by Walsh to stop the clock at 3:46 exact left in this first quarter. Let's also thank Lamar Auto Parts, J&N Shoes, Mr. D Sports, and Da Vinci Physical Therapy for sponsoring these sports broadcast. First and 15 for the Eads squad. As Eads in their 2 possessions before this, they got a touchdown off Carson Bowler with a rushing touchdown. But after that, fumbled and then recovered by Walsh. Fake pass, Brantley Buller with the ball, but privy to it, sacked, and he fumbled it. Man, what a sack there. What a play by the Walsh squad. As he sacks him. Let's see what ref is saying, because it looked like, I believe, fumble. Ref talking to the coach there. It will not be called fumble despite the sack there. You know, great work by Walsh on her. And let's see, the chain gang is moving. A little bit of confusion. Okay, now will be called fumble recovery. The Walsh squad, just like that, still in the first quarter, they have forced 2 fumbles on this Eads squad. Forced 2 fumbles, and they've recovered both of them. Man, Walsh really taking it to Eads there. I believe that was number 24, Grady Mundell for Walsh, who caught up to Brantley Buller, faked the pass, went back to the pocket, thought he had some space, but Grady Mundell just camped the attack on him, tackled him tough to the ground, forced a fumble, then it was picked up. Walsh ball. Getting some more yardage there on the rush that time by Samuel Wright. Samuel Wright, so far a stud this game for Walsh. Will be about 2nd and 9 for Walsh at the Eads 30-yard line after they get the fumble recovery. Walsh leads 13-8 against Eads. 3 minutes and some change left to play in this first quarter. The Walsh squad leading by 5. Let's thank some sponsors like Brew and Others, A1 Rental and Sales, and GN Bank of Lamar Needs. Thank you to our sponsors. Looking along. Yeah, pitch it back there to Samuel Wright. Samuel Wright pops it up high. A little bit of a trick play trying to find number 15, Cooper Mundell, but unable to. Almost picked off there, actually, by Eads. Incomplete pass. We'll stop the clock at 2:52 exact left in this first quarter. Will be 3rd and 9 for Walsh. Third and 9 for Walsh at about the Eads 30-yard line. Walsh, long snap to Hudson Gorley. Gorley, pass there, little too high for Samuel Wright. So we'll now be 4th and 9 for Walsh at the Eads 30-yard line. Let's see if Eads is able to. All these drives for Walsh tonight have either been stopped on the turnover on downs or Walsh scoring a touchdown. Both courtesy of Samuel Wright, a rushing touchdown along with a receiving touchdown. So 2:47 left to play here in the first quarter. Walsh up by 5, but 4th and 9 for him at the Eads 30-yard line. Here at the sideline here. An amped up Walsh crowd next to me. As snap it back to Hudson Gorley in the back. They're going for it. Gorley getting rushed there. He throws something. Is caught there by number 33. We do have flag on the play there. Caught by number 33, Bo Foster, the junior. Grabbing them with the first down, however, we do have some laundry on the field. We do have flag, though. Let's see who it's on. Bo Foster, great catch there for the Walsh squad. Do have flag on the play, though. Will be called holding on Walsh, though. Holding on the Walsh squad, as if it wasn't for that, would have got themselves a first down, but instead holding called on Walsh. Oh. First and 15 now for Walsh. Yeah, so they got the first down, and then they pushed him back. So it'll be 1st and 15 for Walsh at the Eads 20-yard line. Gorley with the ball. Pass the left side is caught there. He is tackled, though, is number 45, Maddox Gorley, and tackled out at about the 9-yard line. So 2nd and 4 for Walsh at the Eads 9-yard line as their offense has high octane to start the game off. 2:10 left to play in the first quarter. Walsh leads 13-8 against Eads. Let's thank some sponsors like Cooks Floor & Wall, Community Insurance Agency, Tri-County Ford, and Coberly Realty. Thank you to our sponsors. As Walsh really taking the initiative in this game. Eads scoring that first touchdown just a few minutes in the game, but Walsh with some quick responses. Yeah, it's passing versus rushing tonight. Pass there to number 10, Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley with the ball, looking for somebody to pass to. Quick bullet pass to number 12. That is Samuel Wright. Another Hudson Gorley to Samuel Wright. Touchdown pass. Walsh in the driver's seat early on. They lead at 19-8 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Aren't going, haven't been going for those 2-point conversion kicks, assuming, they don't have a kicker, which, kicking's especially tough in 6-man football. And that's why, the 2-point conversion kicks were 2, and, the conversions normally worth 2 points, worth 1 here in 6-man. But Walsh, so long as they just keep on piling up those 1 points, scoring 7 points every touchdown. Let's see. Walsh going for the 1-point conversion. Will be unsuccessful, though. Gang tackled by Eads. But, wow, number 13 ranked Walsh leads 19-8 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard against the number 2 ranked in the state Eads squad. 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and then we're back here on KVAY to bring you some more 6-man football action. Getting ready to come out of that little break in between touchdowns as Hudson Gorley, a 10-yard passing touchdown. He just bullets it to Samuel Wright on that back right corner in the end zone. Second one to Wright like that tonight. Wright, 2 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown on the night for Walsh. They lead 19-8 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Getting ready to kick off. That one popped high up. Will be recovered there in the back by Brantley Buller before getting grabbed by number 30. That is Jackson Foster. As, Walsh, they are amped up. They are in the early lead. After on a 2-game losing streak, looking to break it against a very tough Eads team. Eads 5-0 heading into this game. Will be Eads ball, 1st and 15 at their 26-yard line. Let's thank some sponsors like Wallace Gas and Oil, Fellowship Credit Union, Cook Oil Company in Walsh, and Tavern 1301. Thank you to our sponsors. With a minute 54 left to play in the first quarter, is Eads ball. Like I was saying, instead of Aiden Ho's quarterback tonight, they have Brantley Buller, who got sacked earlier and fumbled the ball, which Walsh recovered and then eventually scored. Pitched it back there, number 24, that's Shane Winder. Shane Winder loves going down that left side, tackled hard by Walsh. Will be a gain of about 10 or so yards for Eads. Good run by Shane Winder. The starting lineup tonight was different than how it normally was. Starters were Jonathan Vasquez, Brantley Buller, Karsten Buller, Weston Mitchell, Shane Winder, and Ethan Britton. About half the normal starters not there. Like Anthony Paez, haven't seen him tonight. I don't know the scoop on that, though. As normally excellent player for him, but not here tonight. We'll pitch it back there to number 12. That is Karsten Buller. Is tackled out of bounds there, almost into the Eads stand by number 10, Hudson Gorley. Stops the clock with a minute 40 left to play here in the first quarter. Eads balls, they trail 8-19 against Walsh. 3rd and 1 for Eads. Oh, let's 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, maybe 3rd and real short, but instead, White Hat calling it. 1st down for Eads, just at about midfield. 1st and 15 for Eads at about the 40-yard line. Quarterback Buller under center. We'll pitch it back to number 12, Karsten Buller. Buller is tackled for a big loss there by Walsh. Walsh just staying on Eads tonight. Let's thank some more sponsors like Prowers Medical Center, Golden Plains Insurance Agency, and McClave State Bank. Thank you to our sponsors. 2nd and 24 Eads now at about their 35-yard line. As, man, Walsh really bringing their A game tonight. Like I was saying earlier, the last time these two teams faced off against each other was last year, which saw Eads win 80-28. You know, some observations, he's missing some players like Paez, and Brantley Buller is playing quarterback tonight. We'll pitch it back there. Number 24, Winder. He gets some space. He finds that right side. He's still running. Shane Winder. Before he quick little juke move. Shane Winder from about the 35-yard line for Eads, about a 45-yard rushing touchdown. Shane Winder cuts the deficit to just 5 for Eads. Good work there by Winder. Minute 21 left to play here in the 1st quarter. As Eads getting ready for the 2-point conversion kick. As Aiden Ho will be kicking. Now 23 and 25 on the season when it comes to those 2-point conversion kicks. Kicking about 92%, which is real good here in 6-man football. Dang near automatic. So let's see. Walsh is able to stop this. If not, Eads will cut the deficit to just 3 points. Still here in the 1st quarter, a high-scoring affair between these Eagle squads. Some Friday Night Lights action. Waiting for the whistle, and then we are underway. Snap, set, kick. Kick is up, and partially blocked by Walsh. They stopped the 2-point conversion kick. So Eads stays at 14 points. Only the 3rd missed 2-point conversion kick attempt by Ho, just the 3rd one this season. This is their 6th game. 19-14 is the score. Walsh still leads by 5. Will be their ball. We're going to take a 30-second break, then we're back here on KVAY with some more football. Getting ready to bring you some more coverage of this 6-man football game, as that was a 45-yard rushing touchdown by Shane Winder. Good work by him. No good in the 2-point conversion, though. Eads trails 14-19 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard against Walsh. Aiden Ho with the kick, booms that one, and Walsh will let it fall into their end zone, touchback. So 1st and 15 for Walsh at their own 15-yard line. Walsh leads this game 19-14 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard as the number 13 ranked team in the state against the number 2 ranked Eads. Let's thank some more sponsors like Eads Consumer Supply / Hometown Gas and Grill, Ace Tire Service, Peacock Funeral Home, and Evergreen Electric LLC. Thank you to our sponsors. Walsh ball, 1st and 15 at their 15. With a long snap there to Hudson Gorley. And then quick little pass to the right side. Gaining just a few yards there for Walsh. Clock's ticking. Minute and counting left to play in the 1st quarter. 2nd and 11 for Walsh at their 19-yard line. So now, center posting up. Under center here. Will hand off and almost running up. Yeah, he had a ferocious start to number 12, Samuel, right before getting the shoestring tackled there to stop that. But got him some good yardage. 3rd and 5 at the 25 for Walsh. And just like that, they're going for the same play. And speared once again is number 12, Samuel Wright. Clock's ticking, 20 seconds and counting left to play in this first quarter. Just short of first down. About 4th and 1 for Walsh. At their 29-yard line. As clock's ticking, Walsh may just let the time run out, and it looks like that is what they will do. 3-1, and that'll do it for the first quarter. The home team Eads squad trail by 5 against Walsh, heading after 1 quarter of play. And hey, I got some update on the Wiley-Grenada game happening. 13-0, Grenada leads Wiley. 8:26 left in the second quarter. So Grenada leading that league game, but right now 19-14. Walsh leads this game by 5 against Eads. We are going to take a 30-second break, then we're back here on KVAY with some more football. Getting ready to bring you some more 6-man football coverage. Second quarter about to begin. Walsh leads this game 19-14 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard against Eads. Eads 5-0 in the season, 2-0 in league play, while Walsh 2-2 in the season, 0-1 in league play. You know, Eads, they normally love that rushing game. Walsh already 2 passing touchdowns on the night as they lead this game 19-14. You know, good work by Walsh so far, forcing 2 fumbles and recovering them off of Eads. As Walsh excellent at that tonight. 4th and 1 for Walsh. And they are able to get it. They just rush it up real quick. Bo Foster crossing there. Gives them a first quarter. Gives them a first down here in the second quarter. 9:50 and counting left to play here in the first half. Walsh leads 19-14 with the ball. 1st and 15 at about their 32-yard line. Hey, let's thank some sponsors like American Implement in Walsh, McDonald Electric, and Western Shelter Insurance, Inc. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. Walsh ball. We'll snap there, pitch it all the way back. Quick pass left side to number 30. That is Jackson Foster, and he's tackled quick there by number 12, Karsten Buller. Don't think they really got any gain at all. Not really a loss either, just, the pass, just like it never happened. Clock still ticking, 9 minutes and counting left to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 15 for Walsh at about their 32-yard line. They lead this game by 5 against Eads. Walsh in the white jersey, purple pants. Eads in all yellow with some purple trim. Snap there to Hudson Gorley. Good blocks. Oh, but Vasquez is on him. Oh, now he's got. Now he had number 26, Ethan Britton, on him. Had 2 men rushing him. So then he threw a pass to Mundell, and pass was successful. However, once again, no gain. So 3rd and 15 for Walsh as the Eads defense really dialing in here in the second quarter. Clock is stopped at 8:38 here in the second quarter. 19-14, Walsh still with a 5-point lead though. Let's thank some sponsors like Baca County Feed Yard, Saffir Spray Services, and SMC Irrigation in Walsh. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. Walsh ball will snap, pitch it all the way back to Gorley, the quarterback. Oh, and a wonderful work for him, able to spin out of that tackle as he's running down the right side before finally getting pushed out by Ethan Ho. But Johnny Vasquez is a very tough defender to shake off your heels. And Hudson Gorley, the sophomore of Walsh, able to do just that. And get him some distance, a 5-yard rush, but 4th and 10 for him. It was 4th and 9 for him earlier, and they went for it, got the first down, and then eventually scored a pass and touchdown from Gorley to Wright. And Hudson Gorley and Sam Wright, they've been beasts this game, along with Maddox Gorley, been great on defense, and a couple of passes as well. Center with the ball, will snap, will Grady Mundell to number 10, Hudson Gorley. Gorley rocket shots it, and it is caught as he's rolling out of bounds. Great work there by Walsh as first down. It was 4th and 10 for him at the at their 37-yard line. And now they're at the Eads 30-yard line, 1st and 15. And Walsh giving the pedal on the metal against a high-ranked Eads team. Let's thank some more sponsors like Lazy XD Brand LLC, Fat Puppy Construction, and Crave Kettle Corn of Walsh. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. Back to action. Walsh, they hand it to Samuel Wright, able to break that first tackle, but Eads eventually gang tackling him over there. 8 minutes and counting left to play here in the second quarter. Walsh with a 5-point lead, 19-14. 2nd and 6 for Walsh after that 9-yard carry by Wright. Playing a lot tighter of an attack here now is Walsh. They hand it off to the right side. Tackled there by Eads. Clock still ticking. 7:40 left to play in the second quarter. No touchdowns here in the second quarter, but took a few minutes in the first quarter as well before 5 were scored there. 3 by Walsh, 2 by Eads. Eads only trailing by a touchdown. And like last week, they were down 21-12 against a tough Grenada team and ended up winning that one 44-28. So Eads, you know, they can really lock in, clutch up. Grady Mundell with the snap to Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley, quick pass, able to find Samuel Wright leaping in the air. Oh, but it did fall just barely incomplete. Thought he had that. Man, Samuel Wright putting his all there, jumping into a tackle. Thought he had it, but not quite. Samuel Wright getting subbed out. In comes number 22, Caddick. 4th and 5 for Walsh. Of course, they're going to go for it. They've gone for 4th and 9 and 4th and 10 tonight. Why would they go for 4th and 5 in Eads territory? So Walsh ball. Mundell, the center with the ball. Snap back to Gorley. Gorley looking for somebody. And he heaves that pupper left side. And it is caught there by Walsh. Gage Caddick subbed in for Samuel Wright as he catches a touchdown just like that. Walsh in the lead. They advance their lead to 11 points on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard, 25-14 here. As they are just keeping the pedal on the metal. It's about 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. Walsh now with a 2-touchdown lead. Going for that 1-point conversion. And that time looks unsuccessful. They are stuffed by Eads, but just like that, Walsh, they are in the lead by even more now, 11 points. 25-14 is the score. 6:56 exact left to play in the first half. We're going to take a 30-second break, then we're back on KVAY with some more football. We are getting ready to resume our coverage of this six-man football game, a league matchup. 2-2 and 0-1 in league play heading into this game is Walsh, while 5-0, 2-0 in league play are the home team Eads squad. Check Chassa earlier today and look at the rankings, and both teams going up as the Walsh ranked 13th according to Chassa, while Eads ranked second in the state, one of the few undefeated teams still left in Colorado. Walsh will now kick off as looking to get a big win after falling to Cheyenne Wells and Idalia the past couple of weeks. As this Walsh team, they mean business tonight. Camp with the kick as it rolls all the way to the back. Picked up by Rickers. And he's tackled down at about the Eads 10-yard line. Walsh stop him there. 6:48 left to play in the second quarter. Walsh in the driver's seat. Eads looking to, mount back a little bit of a comeback, which is something I wouldn't expect to say for how well Eads have done this season. But yeah, Walsh, all props to them. They are firing on all cylinders tonight. Let's thank some sponsors like the Eads School District and Precision Home and Lawn LLC. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. Is Eads ball here. Pitch to the right side, looking to outrun. He's outrunning him is Shane Winder before a sea of white and purple storm him out. But not before he gained, looked like about 10 yards on that rush, on that carry. Good work there. About 11-yard gain, 2nd and 4, 6.5 and counting left to play in this second quarter. After that Shane Winder carry. 24-yard line for Eads. 2nd and 4 at their 24. Carson Buller carrying to the left side. He favors the left side more than anything, it seems. Almost a first down, not quite though, as he's tackled out of bounds, stopping the clock at just about 6 minutes. Oh, no, they are saying first down. Will be first down for Eads. Getting closer and closer here. First down for Eads at about their 20. About their 28-yard line. Eads looking to rush up the gut, but Walsh stopping them there. Stopped them dead in their tracks. 5.5 to play here in the first half. Eads ball as they trail 14-25 against Walsh. Let's thank some sponsors like Bison Title Company, Tri-State Body Shop, Arc Valley Vision Care, and Scooters Coffee. Thank you to our sponsors as Eads currently huddled up. Getting ready to go back in action. Johnny Vasquez, the center. Right behind him is the quarterback, Brantley Buller, for tonight. As Winder had the ball, but stopped there. Winder, he's been a real reliable hand for him. In the beginning of the season was coming off the bench, but now got himself a starting spot tonight. And he's done excellent work there. So clock's still ticking as, when you're a rush first offense, the clock ticking a lot for the Eads squad. As number 2, Johnny Vasquez, the center. Under center is quarterback Buller. Buller, they pitch it off to the right side. Getting some blocks there. We do have a flag on the play, but he's able to burn a tackle, and he just kept going before finally getting tackled. Shane Winder with another great carry there. .420 exact left on the clock here in the first half. Eads ball, they trail 14-25 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Oh, we do have flag. Yeah, there's a flag early on. Holding call on Eads. So instead of that, great run by Winder. We'll push him back further than anticipated. Let's thank Community State Bank, Otero County Health Department, and Lori Peterson Farm Bureau Insurance Agency. Thank you to them for sponsoring this fall sports season. As, yeah, Eads getting sent far, far back at their 23-yard line there after holding call called on them. 3rd and 20 for the Eads Eagles. Looking for that 43-yard line for that first down. Quarterback Buller under center. And, yeah, was bad to get sacked for an even bigger loss if he just threw the pass to the ground. But, you know, somebody was close enough for it to not be called intentional grounding. We'll stop the clock, but now Eads 4th down, 20 yards to go. 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. They are at about their own 23-yard line. So I'm assuming they'll go for a punt here, but let's see. Because, you know, it's 4th and 20 for them at their own 23-yard line. They're in punt formation. Will snap, and then there's the punt by Aiden Ho. He's a very solid punter for him. Fair catch called by number 30, Jackson Foster of Walsh, as Walsh gets some great stops on Eads, and they're on attack once again. 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. Walsh leads 25-14 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Just got word with about 1:26 left in the first half. Grenada leads their game against Wiley 20-0. While right now Walsh leads 25-14 in this so far decently high-scoring affair between these two Eagle squads. While the team from Baca County, Old Walsh, in the lead here in the second quarter, forcing the first punt of the game there. Walsh ball, 1st and 15 at their 25-yard line. Oh, will pitch back, but he is tackled tough there. Number 12 on number 12. Karsten Buller able to stop Samuel Wright. Might have been looked like a loss of a yard. Let's see, and yep, will be called a loss of a yard. So now 2nd and 16 for your Walsh at about their 24-yard line. Hey, let's thank some sponsors like Garden City Regional Airport, Rancher Supply Lamar and Lahana, and People's Credit Union of Lamar and Springfield. Thank you to them for sponsoring these sports broadcasts. Walsh ball. Center Mundell, very good at snapping. Don't see that too often because, you know, normally quarterback under center, very rush-heavy is 6-man football. Quick bullet pass to the left side to number 12, Samuel Wright. And, oh, he's able to break free. Is Samuel Wright as he just keeps going as I thought he was got. As Samuel Wright thought he got gang tackled here at the sideline, but instead broke the tackles, juked him out. Samuel Wright of Walsh putting on one heck of a performance. Just like that, Walsh more than doubling up on Eads now as they lead 31-14 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Scored that with 2:55 left to play in the second quarter. Considered a pass and touchdown there. Despite old Samuel Wright running about 45 yards himself. But good work by Walsh as they're going for that 1-point conversion. And they are a little past that left corner. And he just barely drops it. But just like that, 3 minutes left to play here in the second quarter, 31-14. Walsh leads this game against Eads. We're going to take a 30-second break, then we're back to bring you some more 6-man football. Well, good evening as we are getting ready to resume our 6-man football contest as you're tuning in here on KVAY, be it on the radio or on our YouTube and Facebook for live video streaming. 2:55 exact left on the clock here in the second quarter. 31-14 is the score as Walsh leads this game against Eads, the visiting Eagles, leading against the home team Eagles, as 4 of their 5 touchdowns courtesy of receiving touchdowns, 3 of them to Samuel Wright, just like this last one, and the other one to Gage Caddick. As Walsh getting ready to kick, Core Camp kicking. Pretty good leg on that kid for Walsh, but, don't seem like they're a 2-point conversion kicking type of team, as they haven't gone for one at all tonight, as they are 1-4-5 on the night when it comes to the 1-point conversions anyway. But just with the sheer amount of touchdowns they've scored, they lead 31-14. But old Eads, normally when they score a touchdown, they score the 2-point conversion kick as well. So just 2 touchdowns for Eads, and they're only down by 1. Kick there. He's looking to onside kick at his Core Camp. And almost getting it, but Eads will fall on it. That was number 9, Brantley Buller. Did have a flag on the play. Hey, let's thank some sponsors like Colorado Mills, Cheyenne County Abstract to Cheyenne Wells, and Cook Oil Fuel Services in Walsh. Thank you to our sponsors. As we'll be Eads ball, Walsh, staying, very aggressive play style here. Eads, this is probably giving them some trouble because, like I was saying, there's some changes. No Anthony Paez tonight. Don't quite know what's up with that. And Brantley Buller playing quarterback instead of Aiden Ho tonight. Those are some big changes from last week when Eads got that great win against Grenada to now struggling against the Walsh squad. I mean, Walsh is, though, no discredit to them at all. My goodness, those boys, they are firing on all cylinders, forcing a few fumbles on the night, recovering a couple of them. But, yeah, will be Eads ball. 1st and 15 at the Walsh 30-yard line. Good chance for Eads to start getting back in the game. With long snap there. And wide open is Shane Winder. My goodness. And Eads just like that. They switched to the passing plays. Walsh wasn't ready for it. A 30-yard passing touchdown from Eads just like that. With only 9 seconds clicking down from the clock. So Eads only trailing by 11 here after the pass from Brantley Buller to number 24, Shane Winder. Winder been putting in some excellent work tonight. Now let's see if Aiden Ho can nail the kick. The snap, set, kick. That one is up, and it is beautiful as a 2-point conversion kick. Cuts the deficit to just 9 points. Eads just like that with a quick rebuttal against Walsh. This Eagle matchup is going crazy. We're going to take a 30-second break, then we're back on KVAY with some more football. We are getting ready to resume our coverage of this football game. 6-man action as you're tuning in to your sports authority, 105.7 FM KVAY, be it on the radio or on our live video streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Eads hosting Walsh. Eads scored a quick rebuttal touchdown against Walsh with about a 30-yard passing touchdown from Brantley Buller to number 24, Shane Winder. Aiden Ho getting ready for the kick now for Eads. That was one of the first passes that Eads had thrown this game, and it was pay dirt as Shane Winder was wide open. They weren't expecting to pass. There's a rocket of a kick, and Walsh will allow it to roll into the back. Will be a 1st and 15 for Walsh at their 15-yard line after the touchback. Let's thank some sponsors like the historic Cow Palace Inn, Lamar Auto Parts, and Jane & Shoes and Mr. D Sports. Thank you to our sponsors. Would like to note that so far, 2:46 left to play in the first half. Will be Walsh ball, 1st and 15 at their 15-yard line. They lead 31-22. But it's interesting to note neither team has used a single timeout here in the first half. That might change as as a Walsh started with the ball in the first half, while Eads will start in the second. Walsh giving the ball to Caddick, rushing it up a little bit. Just going to be giving it to number 12, Samuel Wright, getting about a yard or two gain. Something I forgot to mention earlier, but, counting up the players, Eads, just 12 players on their team, while Walsh, 16 players, a 4-player difference, which, six-man football, you're going to get tired. A lot of these kids, they're playing offense and defense 24/7. So Walsh ball, 2nd and 14 at their 16-yard line. Quick pass left side to a wide-open Samuel Wright as he gets tackled by Aiden Ho at about their 25-yard line, or 26-yard line. We'll be at 3rd and 4 for the Walsh Eagles at about their 26-yard line. Good work by them, and I had to call it, didn't I? As we do have our first timeout called. Thank you to Eads Consumer Supply for bringing us all of our timeouts. We're going to keep it here and let you know about the result of the Grenada-Wiley football game that is currently happening. 27-6, the Grenada Bobcats lead against the against the Wiley Panthers in that League of Football game. 27-6, a 21-point lead for Grenada. They're in Grenada against Wiley. And, hey, let's thank some more sponsors like Da Vinci Physical Therapy, Brew Unto Others, A1 Rental and Sales, GN Bank, Lamar Needs, and Cook's Floor and Wall. Thank you to our sponsors, as we're currently in the middle of a quick little timeout. First timeout of the game called. Game going by pretty quick. They actually had an early start. They started at about 6:56, 6:57. Yeah, they started pretty early, compared to usual. Had some time still left on the clock, the pregame clock. About 5 minutes left there, and then they just turned that off, and then we did the national anthem. We were go, and man, what a game this has been. High scoring so far as we come out of the Eads Consumer Supply timeout. Mundell long snap to number 10, Gorley. Gorley looking for somebody to pass to, but instead, oh, what a pass there. Great instincts by Hudson Gorley as he was about to get sacked for about 8 yards by Britton and Vasquez. But he threw to Samuel Wright, who just happened to be there. While he's falling down, just kind of pushed past it up, and Wright was there to receive it. That has been a match made in heaven for them. And that'll get them the first down as well. 1st and 15 for Walsh at about their 31-yard line. Let's thank some sponsors like Community Insurance Agency, Tri-County Ford, Kerberly Realty, and Wallace Gas and Oil. Thank you to our sponsors. 1st and 15 for Walsh at about their 30-yard line. They lead 31-22. Snap there. Will pass to the right side. He's got a little bit of space, but they had 2 on him and then didn't fall down, but eventually 3 got him. And it looks like it was number 45, Maddox Gorley. Got the pass there. And do have another timeout, this time called by the Walsh Eagles. And like I was saying, minute 10 left to play here in the second quarter. I believe Walsh's second timeout used this quarter because Eads will start the second half with the ball. So Walsh's last attempt to score for a while. We're going to take one with them. We're back in 30 seconds here on KVAY. We are getting ready to resume our football action as we come out of the Eads Consumer Supply timeout. Thank you very much. Walsh at Eads, 6-man football league action. Walsh leads this game 31-22 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard as we come out of the Eads Consumer Supply timeout. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to play here in the second quarter for Eads. For Walsh. Quick passer to the left. Maddox Gorley bobbled it a little, but finally tackled out of bounds. And that tackle beneficial to Walsh as out of bounds will stop the clock. 1 minute and 2 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Let's thank some sponsors like Fellowship Credit Union, Cook Oil Company in Walsh, Tavern 1301, and Prowers Medical Center. Thank you to our sponsors. Got a first down, did the Walsh squad. First and 15 at about the Eads 30-yard line. Getting a little chillier here in Eads now, as it is fall. We'll snap far back to Gorley. Hudson Gorley going with the pass. And that one is caught by Sam Wright. But he's tackled there right before the end zone by Karsten Buller, able to get the stop there, but it is deep in Eads territory now. First and goal. Not too far away from the end zone is the Walsh squad. First and goal at the 8-yard line. Walsh calling another timeout. We're going to take another one with them. They lead this game by 8, and they're only 8 yards away from striking Pater as well. 45 seconds left to play in the second quarter. We're back in 30 seconds here on KVAY. We're getting ready to resume our football coverage between the home team, Eads, and the visiting squad from Walsh. 45 seconds left to play. Will be Walsh ball. First and goal at the Eads 8-yard line. Let's thank sponsors like Golden Plains Insurance, McClave State Bank, Eads Consumer Supply, Hometown Gas and Grill, and Ace Tire Service. Thank you to our sponsors. Just ready to get ready back into action. Grady Mundell, the center, snaps it back. Pitched all the way back to number 10, Hudson Gorley. Gorley almost tackled there, almost sacked. As he throws a pass to Foster, gets tackled there. 30 seconds and counting. Don't believe Walsh has any more timeouts. Or excuse me, never mind. No, this will be Walsh's last timeout. To stop the clock, 21 seconds left to play here. As I believe Eads will have 2 timeouts left. 31-22, Walsh leads this game by 9 points. Looking to expand that back to double digits like it was earlier, but this game, Walsh has had the lead for the majority of it. As Eads, I mean, they scored first. They made it 8-0. Then Walsh made it 6-0. Then 6-8, or excuse me, then 12-8. And then they never looked back from there. This Walsh squad ranked number 13th, really showing their heart tonight and just really taking it to Eads as the number 2 ranked team in the state trails this game by 9. Let's thank some sponsors like Peacock Funeral Home, Evergreen Electric, Bison Title Company, Tri-State Body Shop, and Arc Valley Vision Care of Lamar and La Junta. Thank you to them for sponsoring these sports broadcasts. Once again, at half, Grenada leads their football game against Wiley by the score of 27-6, a 21-point lead there for Grenada. Grenada, believe they are ranked 8th in the state when it comes to 6-man football. But back to this action as we come out of the Eads Consumer Supply timeout. Still about second and goal. Still about 8 yards to go for Walsh. We'll snap all the way back to Gorley. Gorley run left side looking for somebody. He will get a running pass there. Goes incomplete there. Will stop the clock though for Walsh. Is good for them there. Third and goal here for Walsh. 14 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Hey, let's thank Community State Bank, Otero County Health Department, and Lori Peterson Farm Bureau Insurance Agency for sponsoring this fall sports season. Walsh ball, they got maybe a couple plays left in them. Looking to end this first half with a touchdown because receiving the ball in the second half will be Eads. Back in action. Pass the left side to Sam Wright. Did he catch it? No, incomplete as he dove and he stretched his body like a plank there, trying to get everything he could there. But 4th and goal, still at the 8-yard line. Great red zone defense here by the Eads Eagles. Eads here. Not allowing Walsh to make any distance, any ground. Walsh, though, they lead by 9. Would like to lead by more. Eads, very capable comeback. Saw last week in a game where they were trailing the majority of it against Grenada. They were trailing heading into that 4th quarter, and then they shut them out 60-0 in that 4th quarter to win. So, got to watch out for Eads. Pitched all the way back to number 10, Hudson Gorley. Gorley passing. He finds an open man, but he is tackled, or shoestring he's gotten. Able to get the shoestring on him is Brantley Buller. And then the rest of the Eads squad able to tackle him. Great red zone defense by Eads. Don't have any flags on the play. So just like that, after one half of action, Walsh leads this game 31-22 on the Prowers, 31-22 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. A 9-point lead for the Eagles from Walsh. Winning this Eagles showdown so far. We're going to take a 1-minute break, then we're back to bring you the Peacock Funeral Home halftime report. Getting ready to bring you our halftime report. I'm your broadcaster this evening, Ethan Smith Senna here in Eads. This is the Peacock Funeral Home halftime report. Just like a great coach, Peacock Funeral Home understands that every situation is unique. Whether you're planning or facing a loss, their experienced team, led by Clay and Cassie, will work with you to create a personalized plan honoring your loved one's memory. Visit 209 South 4th Street in Lamar or call 336-2234. Peacock Funeral Home, your trusted partner in times of need. This is the halftime report. 31-22 is the score. The home team, Eads, trailing by 9 against the visiting team from Walsh. Walsh heading in this game ranked 13th in the state. Eads ranked 2nd. Eads 5-0, 2-0 in league play, while Walsh 0-1 in league play, 2-2 on a 2-game losing streak, losing to Idalia and Sean Wells in the past couple of weeks. By pretty considerable margins as well. But, man, they are really taking it to Eads tonight. Eads, staying on the heels, but let's talk about it. We'll talk about the scoring breakdown. And just 3.5 minutes into the first quarter, Karsten Buller of Eads with a Russian touchdown. And a 2-point conversion made 8-0 for Eads. And then 45 seconds later, though, Walsh with a rushing touchdown courtesy of Samuel Wright. 6-8 was the score there, with Walsh only trailing by 2. And then just like that, Walsh with a quick passing touchdown with number 10 Hudson Gorley to number 12 Samuel Wright, and the 1-point conversion. They were leading 13-8. And then another passing touchdown from Gorley to Wright made it 19-8 with just 1:20 left to play in the first quarter. A Shane Weiner, about 45-yard rushing touchdown, made it 14-19 after the first quarter. Then that second quarter, 3 minutes in, Walsh with a passing touchdown from Hudson Gorley to number 22, Gage Caddick. No good in the 1-point conversion. They led 25-14. 3 minutes left to play in that second quarter. Another passing touchdown, that time courtesy of Hudson Gorley to number 12, Samuel Wright. They were leading 31-14. And then Eads able to score a nice touchdown there, with just about a minute 21 left to play in the second quarter. With Brentley Buller passing to number 24, Shane Winder, and Winder just kept running it. Good in the +2 conversion. They trail 22-31. That is the scoring breakdown of the game so far. Walsh leads this game. They are a very passing-heavy team. They like to either long snap to Gorley, the quarterback, or a long snap, and then they pitch it back all the way to Gorley. He's got a couple blockers for him and gives him enough space and time to think of a pass. Samuel Wright, Maddox Gorley, Gage Caddick, Bo Foster have all been some great targets for him tonight. Man, Samuel Wright, that kid is responsible for 4 of their 5 touchdowns, 3 receiving, 1 rushing touchdown. You know, compared to most teams in six-man football, Walsh much more heavily reliant on passing, which, you know, can throw teams for a loop since they're not as used to defending passing routes. But one thing I would like to mention, though, is Eads. The third Eads game I've called this year. The loss of Anthony Paez, he's not playing tonight. You know, that is a big loss for Eads, as, man, that kid is a stud for him. Don't quite know the reason why he's not playing for him tonight. And I'm guessing Brantley Buller must have gotten upgraded or switched around to a quarterback because Aiden Ho normally there, but tonight playing more of a defensive role. But you know, still near automatic on those kicks. So Walsh leads this game 31-22 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard after 1 half of play. It has been a fun one, but got about 10 minutes and maybe even that was extra 3 minutes. We got anywhere from 10 to about 15 minutes before the game starts back up. I'm going to take a break, and I'll be back here on KVAY, be it if you're tuning in on the radio or here on our video live streaming as well on YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to take about anywhere from about a 9 to like 13, 14-minute break, and then I'm back to bring you some six-man football action. Walsh leads this game at Eads 31-22 in a battle of the Eagles. We are getting ready to resume our coverage of this six-man football broadcast between Walsh and Eads, as we are currently in halftime still. Just got a couple of minutes. They added those 3 extra minutes. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Some six-man football between Walsh and Eads. Heading into this game, Eads coming off a tough-fought victory against Grenada last week, winning that game 44-28. And tonight, though, Walsh, they are leading this game 31-22. Walsh, according to Czech Chassa this afternoon, Walsh was ranked 13th in six-man, while Eads was ranked 2nd in the state, man. But Walsh, they're really showing out tonight. And Walsh, tough schedule. Last week played Idalia. A week before that played Cheyenne Wells. Those are some tough games that back-to-back. And then add Eads in there. Those are all like top 8 teams in the state. And then they played them all in a row, man. So Walsh with an incredibly tough schedule here midway through the season. They're 2-2 heading into this game, while Eads 5-0. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. 31-22, Walsh leads by 9. We're going to take a quick 30-second break, and then we're back. We'll be ready to bring you the start of the second half. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on KVAY. Getting ready to resume our coverage of this six-man football game. Walsh at Eads. The scoreboard 31-22. Walsh leads against Eads in a fun one. And last I heard, at half, 27-6 was the score, with Grenada beating Wiley by 21 points in that league six-man football action. But right now, Walsh at Eads in a fun one. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. I'm your broadcaster, Ethan Smith-Senna, here on KVOY, be it you're tuning on the radio or on our live video streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Walsh leads this game by 9 points. They've scored 5 touchdowns, 4 passing, 1 rushing, while Eads with just 3 touchdowns on the night, but they're 2 for 3 on the 2-point conversions, while Walsh are 1 for 5 on the 1-point conversion. So those extra points they're leaving off the table. Let's see that it comes back to bite them in the end, as they will kick off to start the third quarter here. Walsh at Eads. Walsh leads this game by 9 against the number 2 ranked Eads. Ball will fall all the way back, picked up by number 24, Shane Winder. Winder looking to run on the right side, stopped for a second, and finally tackled to the ground by number 12. Number 22, Gage Caddick. Hey, let's thank some sponsors like American Implement in Walsh, McDonald Electric, and Western Shelter Insurance, Inc. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast, as it has been a good one between these two teams. Eads ball. Pitching all the way back to number 24, Shane Winder. Winder's been putting in work tonight before finally getting tackled there by some Walsh players. Hey, let's thank Maltby Funeral Service in Springfield, the Walsh Community Grocery Store, and a Walsh School District. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. We appreciate the support. Eads ball. 9:20 and counting left to play here in the third quarter. Second and about 13 for him. We'll pitch back there to number 12. That is Karsten Buller. Buller finding some headway on the left side before getting tackled. Believe might have got a first down there, though. Old Karsten Buller. Karsten Buller with the first down. However, we do have flag on the play. Thank you to Ace Tire Service for bringing us all of our penalties. Let's thank some more sponsors like Baca County Feed Yard, Safford Spray Services, and SMC Irrigation in Walsh. Thank you to our sponsors. As we did have a flag on the play. was on Walsh as the ref walking the ball up. Ball marked 30-yard line. Let's see if it's first down or not. If not, it was pretty close, and yet will be called first down for the Eads Eagles. Quarterback under center. And, gang tackle in there is Walsh. Able to stop Eads from advancing the ball at all. Second and goal, still at the 15-yard line. Let's thank some sponsors real quick, like Lazy XD Brand LLC, Fat Puppy Construction, and Crave Kettle Corn of Walsh. Thank you to our sponsors for sponsoring this specific. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. Is Eads ball. They got the quarterback under center, pitching all the way back. Looking to run on the left side is Karsten Buller. Buller is running, and we do have a flag on the play, though, before he's pushed out of bounds. Clock is stopped. 8:24 left to play here in the third quarter. Eads ball as they trail 22-31 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Do a flag on the play. Thank you to Ace Tire Service for bringing us all of our penalties. As Eads sent back 10 yards. So second and goal at the 21-yard line for Eads. They're getting set back into motion, though. Karsten Buller, the quarterback, under the center. Vasquez is pitching to the right side there. And he's just getting chased there. Is Karsten Buller. Buller trying to shake him off. And he's shaking him. Buller's going, he's going. He ran from right to left, back to right. He's finally tackled, but not before he makes a big gain. Thought he got tackled, but nope. They got him in the end zone. Karsten Buller thought he was dead to rights there. It was about to be a 10-yard loss on the tackle. Had two on him, and he just legged it out just barely. My goodness, the wheels on Karsten Buller to evade capture and make it a 3-point game, possibly a 1 point if Aiden Ho continues being excellent at the 2-point conversion kicks. As Eads only trails 28-31 now on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Just 2 minutes here into the second half. Here comes the snap to set the kick, and it's blocked there by Samuel Wright of Walsh, though. Second time they've blocked that kick tonight. As Eads 2 for 4 on those kicks, as Aiden Ho had only missed 2 of them, according to Max Preps, prior to this game. And both of them have been blocked tonight by 2 of 4 have been blocked tonight by Walsh. Scoreboard 31-28. Walsh still leads, but only by 3 against Eads. We're going to take a 30-second break, then we're back here on KVAY with some more football. We are getting ready to resume our coverage of this 6-man football game. Karsten Buller with a 21-yard rushing touchdown. No good on the 2-point conversion kick, though, is Eads. They trail only by 3 now, 28-31 against the visiting team from Walsh. You're tuning into 105.7 FM KVAY, either here on the radio or on our live video streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you very much for joining me this evening as we have got a great showdown between these two Eagles teams here in Kiowa County. Eads trailing by 3, ranked second in the state in 6-man, while Walsh really taking it to the high-ranked Eads squad. They're ranked 13th, and, man, they are just incredible game by Walsh so far. As kicking here is Aiden Ho. That kid has got a cannon as a leg. As that one, a little shallow, will roll out of bounds. near the end zone. At the 1 yard line, it rolls out. So will be Walsh ball. Thank you. Would like to thank Eads School District and Precision Home and Lawn LLC as well for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. We appreciate the support. So 8:03 exact left to play here in the third quarter. Will be Walsh ball in their own starting in their own territory after the kickoff by Eads. They lead this game 31-28, only leading by 3, despite outscoring Eads so far 5-4 touchdowns. Hey, let's also thank Garden City Regional Airport, Rancher Supply of Lamar and Lahana, People's Credit Union of Lamar and Springfield, and Colorado Mills. Thank you to all our sponsors. We appreciate the support we get. As Walsh, quick pass there to an open number 24. That is Grady Mundell, the center there. Blocked and popped out on that right side, and just like that, first play by Walsh here in the third quarter gets him a first down in enemy territory. 1st and 15 for Walsh at about the Eads 38-39 yard line. As 7:50 and counting left to play here in the third quarter. Walsh ball as they lead this game 31-28 in this Eagle Derby. Walsh ball. Will hand it off there to Samuel Wright, looking to rush up the gut, is stopped there in a sea of yellow and purple. Clock still ticking at 7.5 in the third quarter. About a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 11. Hey, let's also thank Cheyenne County Abstract, Deshaun Wells, Cook Oil Fuel Services in Walsh, the Historic Cow Palace Inn, and Lamar Auto Parts. Thank you to our sponsors. And hey, be sure to tune in here on KVAY tomorrow afternoon, about 3 p.m. or so. Varsity Volleyball, Lamar hosting Salida Tri-Peaks League action. But right now, Walsh at Eads. This has been a great football contest. Thank you for joining me this evening. 7 minutes and counting left to go in this third quarter. Snap back to number 22. That is Caddick with the ball. He throws, and he's able to just find a man, but he is tackled there for a big loss. As with the ball there was number 22, Gage Caddick, as he was just swarmed, didn't want to get sacked for a big loss, so threw a pass. Guy got tackled, still for a loss. But Caddick would have got him out of the 15-yard area. So about a 3-yard loss there for Walsh, 3rd and 12. 6.5 left to go here in the third quarter as the clock is ticking. Here in Eads, lovely Friday Night Lights action. It's fall, but not quite a chilly one yet when it comes to football. Snap to the back with the ball. Hudson Gorley, the quarterback, looking for somebody right side. Quick little pass, and he is tackled there quick. Able to find, though, a number 33, Bo Foster. He's got a couple of receptions tonight. Clock still ticking. 5:50 and counting left to play here in the third quarter. Only a gain of a couple yards. 4th and 11 for Walsh at about 4th and 11 for Walsh at the Eads 30-yard line. Walsh ball, 4th and 11. They've gone for 4th and 9 and 4th and 10 as well, but let's see if they punt for the first time tonight. They are in Eads territory, but nope, they're going for it. Hudson Gorley with the ball, has a pair of blockers. Oh, he's almost tackled, and he threw it to Foster, and a great play there. Who is that? That is number 24, Shane Winder on defense. As, it takes a lot, it seems, to get Hudson Gorley down. Had 2 on him, just grabbing him by the ankles, pulling him down. And as he's falling, throws to Bo Foster, and quick to cover Foster there with Shane Winder leaping tackle into Foster and able to swat the ball out of the way. Incredible defense by Eads on fourth down there. So turnover on downs. And I think that's how all of Walsh's drives have gone. Either turnover on downs or a touchdown. They score a touchdown. They haven't fumbled at all or through an interception. Pitch it back, looking to run up that left side there is Shane Winder, but he stopped. We do have flag on the play in the dog pile of players. Thank you to Ace Tire Service for bringing us all our penalties. Clock is stopped at 5 minutes, 7 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Scoreboard reads 28-31 Eads ball as they trail by 3 points here. Let's thank some more sponsors like Jan and Choose Mr. D Sports, Da Vinci Physical Therapy, Brew Unto Others, and A1 Rental and Sales. Thank you to all our sponsors for helping us bring these sports broadcasts. Couldn't do without them or without you, the viewer / listener. If you're be it you're tuning in on the radio or on our YouTube and Facebook pages. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening, as it has been a fun one. It's been a close one. Eads, Walsh. Eads, favored heading into this one, but they trail by 3 here in the third quarter. Got the quarterback, Buller, under center, the freshman. Aiden Ho, normally quarterback, but they're trying out Buller tonight. Pitching it off to number 24, Winder, as he stopped. As it was a 10-yard penalty on Eads, made it 1st and 25 for him. He gained a couple yards there. Will now be about 2nd and 23 at about their 27-yard line. So, not the best of positions for Eads, but let's see how they manage with it. 4:40 and counting left to play here in the third quarter. Eads balls, they trail by 3. Eads does lead this quarter, though, 6-0. Quarterback Buller under center, trying to get him with the hard count, unable to. Pitching it back to number 12, Karsten Buller, who had that absurd rushing touchdown earlier. Gets a stiff arm, but is eventually pushed out of bounds there on the right side. Not before Karsten Buller getting him some great yardage and getting in some great yardage. Yeah, they were at 2nd and 22, and now we're at about 3rd and 6 on an excellent carry by Karsten Buller of Eads. Let's also thank GN Bank of Lamar and Eads, Cooks Floor and Wall, Community Insurance Agency, and Tri-County Ford. Thank you to them for sponsoring these sports broadcasts. Couldn't be doing this without them. Got the quarterback, Brantley Buller under center, pitching it back there. Number 24, Winder. Winder going right side. Tackle out of by Walsh, but he gained maybe a yard or so. So we'll stop the clock with about 4:15 left to play in the third quarter. Eads ball still. They trail 28-31 here at home against the visiting team from Baca County, the Walsh Eagles. Heading into this game, both these teams have decently tough schedules, as last week a tough Grenada team. Eads was able to take them down, though. But, man, Walsh, one heck of a schedule. Last week, Idalia. The week before that, Shine Wells. And now Eads. All teams ranked in the top 10. All, viable contenders year in, year out. Quarterback under center, pitching it back there to Shane Winder. Finding a gap in the defense a little bit, but I don't think he made the first down. Let's see, ref coming in, waving hands. Let's see. Don't think Winder quite made the first down, as that was 4th and 5. Let's see, Eads went for it. What's the white hat gonna call? They're doing a test with the chain gang here to see if it is a first down or not. What do they say? And it is just barely short. They had the chain gang come out, and it is short. So we'll be turnover on downs. Walsh, great defense there. But Eads shooting themselves in the foot a little bit, as they made it 1st and 25 on an immediate flag called on them. But they got close, but no cigar there. As 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter, Walsh holds on to a 3-point lead, and they force a turnover on downs. We'd like to give a big thank you to the following for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. And that will be Maltby Funeral Service in Springfield, the Walsh Community Grocery Store in the Walsh School District. Thank you to them as we are back in action. Hudson Gorley, quick pass to the right side to Samuel Wright. Wright juking one. Wright is going, but he is tackled there by number 24, Shane Winder, right in front of us. But not before making it to about the 15, 14-yard line. Just like that, Walsh is 1st and goal, I believe. Let's see. Yep, 1st and goal at the about 15-yard line for Walsh. Whew, boy. That Hudson Goalie to Samuel Wright connection has been incredible for Walsh all night. 3:55 left to play in the third quarter and counting. Walsh leads this game 31-28. It has been a close one. Hey, let's thank some more sponsors like GN Bank of Lamar and Eads, Cooks Floor and Wall, Coverly Realty, Wallace Gas and Oil, Fellowship Credit Union, and Cook Oil Company in Walsh. Thank you to our sponsors as they are right in front of us. Pitching it back, snapping it back to Gorley. Gorley We do have a flag on the play as he threw it to number 30. Threw it to Jackson Foster. Through Jackson Foster, believe he got it before it hit the ground. We do have flag on the play, though. Happened before Gorley even threw the pass. Happened quite a while before that, as it was thrown at the 20-yard line. Will be penalty called on Walsh, though. Just like that, went from first and goal at the 15 to first and goal at the 25. Very similar to Eads in their last possession here. The Eads Eagles was first and 15. Then they had a good run, and then flag called was first and 25, and they couldn't come back after that. So very similar situation for Walsh, but even more stakes as it's first and goal at the 25-yard line. Long snap it back to Hudson Gorley. Quick pass to the left side to Maddox Gorley. And great block there by a Walsh player before Eads could come in, stop him, tackle him at about the Eads 13-yard line. Hey, let's thank some more sponsors like Tavern 1301, Prowers Medical Center, Golden Plains Insurance Agency, and McClave State Bank. Thank you to our sponsors. As another holding call on Walsh. Man, really shooting themselves in the foot there. As they started at first and goal at the 15, going all the way back to about the Eads 33-yard line. As it's getting more and more difficult for Walsh here to make some distance. 3:18 left to go here in the third quarter. With the ball, Grady Mundell, the center. Will snap to Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley, quick pass to the right side to Bo Foster, but he drops it out of his hands. So now second and a goal at the 33-yard line for Walsh. Clock is stopped after the drop pass. 3:15 left to play here in the third quarter. 31-28 is the score, with Eads trailing by 3 points against the visiting team from Walsh, who put on one heck of a show tonight. Just got word that Grenada leads 33-12 with 1:45 left in the third against Wiley in some league action happening tonight over in Grenada. Here in Eads, we have got a close one, a battle of the Eagles. Walsh currently with ball. They lead 31-28 against Eads. Second and goal at the Eads 33-yard line. Snap to Hudson Gorley. Gorley looking for somebody. As pass interception! As he's tackled there and lying in wait. Number 24, we have got Shane Winder, who has put in one heck of a show tonight, be it defense or offense, getting him some great yardage, doing the dirty work. Shane Winder, interception. That's even more props to old Walsh, because I've seen Eads have some great interceptions this year. And Walsh, they are they primarily pass, like 80-20, split between their passing and rushing. So that's a real testament to how safe Gorley is with the ball. As he rocket shots it, does Brantley Bowler. Did he catch that? And he did. Shane, did he? I don't think so. Don't think he quite caught it. Nope. No catch there. Incomplete. Stops the clock. 3 minutes left to play here. Almost got it, but rolled out. Oh, we do have an injury, it seems, on the field as one Eads player on the ground. Hope everything is all right there. Hate seeing injuries there. That's never any fun to see. But thankfully, getting up there. Walking a little gingerly. That is number 21, Weston Mitchek for Eads. Walking it off. Hopefully just a cramp or something like that. As we do have a timeout called. We're going to keep it right here, though. Yeah, quick little injury timeout. They're stretching him out there. Hoping everything's all right. But 31-28 is still the score. Walsh still leads this game by 3 points. Walsh, though, they got so close there on a great rush by Samuel Wright. Got him all the way to first and goal at the 15. They just shot themselves in the foot with penalties. Made it first and goal at the 33-yard line. Made it second and goal at the 33. And then threw an interception at about Eads' 25-yard line. Caught by Shane Winder, who's put on one heck of a show tonight. Let's thank some sponsors like Eads Consumer Supply, Hometown Gas and Grill, the Ace Tire Service, and Peacock Funeral Home. Thank you to our sponsors. Three minutes exact left to play in this third quarter. 31-28 is the score. Eads trails by 3. First and 15 for the Eads Eagles. Will a long snap to Brantley Buller. Brantley Buller, quick pass to the right side, too high over his man. We do have a flag on the play, though. Thank you to Ace Tire Service for bringing us all of our flags and penalties. And let's also thank Evergreen Electric, Bison Title Company, Tri-State Body Shop, Arc Valley Vision Care, and Scooters Coffee. Thank you to our sponsors. As sounds like a face mask call on Walsh. As Walsh here in this third quarter really just, they're their own worst enemy right now here in the third quarter with a lot of penalties, just bailing out Eads. Or not bailing out, just making it more difficult for themselves and easier for Eads. As Eads, no good in the past there. But Walsh with the face mask gave Eads even more distance. They're even closer to striking pay dirt here. And they only trail by 3 points to Eads. Quarterback under center now instead of the long snap. We'll pitch it back, though. Looking to run is number 12, Buller. Buller stopped by Bo Foster. 2.5 and counting left to play here in the third quarter. So about second down, 4 yards to go for Eads at about the 23-yard line, or Walsh's 23-yard line. Eads ball, and back into motion. Quarterback Brantley Buller under the center. Vasquez will pitch it back to the right side, that time to Shane Winder. Winder trying to be a wily one, but getting tackled by a few Walsh players there. Tackled him, but kept him in bounds. 2 minutes and counting left to play here in the third quarter. Eads ball. They're on a drive looking to take the lead back. Haven't had it since that first quarter. Third down, 3 yards to go. About the 21-yard line, minute and a half and counting in this third quarter. Eads trailing by 3 here in their hometown against Walsh. Let's thank some more sponsors like Community State Bank, Otero County Health Department, and Lori Peterson Farm Bureau Insurance Agency. Thank you to them for sponsoring this fall sports season. Is Eads ball. Third and 4th. And looking to run it down that right side. Believe Winder might have got him a first down there. If not, he got him close. Ball being placed at the 18-yard line. Don't know if that will get him there, though, as clock is stopped at 1:17. Will be called first down, though, for Eads. First and 15. First and 15, about the 17-yard line for Eads. They're setting into the motion here. Got the quarterback, Brantley Buller, under the center, Vasquez. And handed off to the other Buller, Karsten, looking to rush it up the gut. Gain a couple yards. Minute and counting left to play in the third quarter. Eads ball as they trail by just 3 points as they have stopped the Walsh offense almost entirely in this third quarter. As Eads with just strong attacks and strong defense as well. Scoring has toned down in this third quarter, but that doesn't mean the intensity has. Man, these boys still on the top of their games. Eads ball. 3rd and 12. Pitching it back. Looking to run on the left side. Karsten Buller. Buller getting tackled out of bounds there by number 10, Hudson Gorley, but not before gaining some good distance. 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Eads only trailing by 3 points still. Quick substitution by Eads. Eads doing good despite the missing of Anthony Paez tonight. So third down, 2 yards to go at the 6-yard line for Eads. So if they get a couple yards, they'll get first and goal at about the 4-yard line. We'll snap back and looking to rush up the gut. And Eads get it. Karsten Buller with a rushing touchdown there. He has both touchdowns this quarter by either team. Took about 7.5 minutes for this one to come in, though. 26 seconds left to play here as Karsten Buller with a rushing touchdown. Let's see if Aiden Ho starts kicking above 500 as he's 2 for 4. With 2 of them getting blocked, the last one getting blocked by Samuel Wright. Eads in the lead, though, for the first time since the fourth quarter. Now there's the whistle. Oh. White hat waving it off real quick. As it's 26 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Eads just scored a touchdown off of Karsten Buller, rushing touchdown, about 6 yards out. And now Eads leads by 3, looking for that 2-point conversion kick. Aiden Ho was kicking about 92% heading into this game. I believe his percentage will go down, though, because he's only 2 for 4 tonight. There's the kick. Snap, set, kick is up and good by Aiden Ho. He has been excellent there when it comes to those 2-point conversion kicks for Eads. And just like that, Eads now leading by 5 points on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard, 36-31. We're going to take a quick 30-second break, and then we're back here on KVAY. Getting ready to bring you some more six-man football coverage as Walsh just lost the lead to Eads. Scoreboard 36-31. The home team Eads squad taking their first lead of the game since they were up 8-6. So they have not led this game since there was about 7 minutes into the game. That's the last time they led. But now Eads leads. They're getting ready to kick. Kicking is Aiden Ho. I harp on it quite a bit, but that kid has got a leg on him. Probably one of the best kickers in a six-man football in the state. 3 for 5 on the night when it comes to the 2-point kick conversions. And the only times he missed them is because they were blocked by Walsh. Walsh, 2 for 5 on blocking those 2-point conversion kicks. Those will add up. That's 4 missed points for Eads. If they had those, they'd be up by 9, but instead only up by 5. Looking for an onside kick, and they get it. I think they got it. Did Eads, as bouncing off the chest of a Walsh player and falling down on it is Karsten Buller. That kid remains excellent tonight. As Eads goes for the onside kick, they remain very aggressive here. They're only in the lead by 5. They go for an onside kick by Aiden Ho, who, his first onside kick attempt tonight, as the entire time he had just been booming it. Plenty of touchbacks. Wouldn't be surprised if I saw he was leading Southeast Colorado in touchbacks off his kicks. They pitch it back to Karsten Buller. Karsten Buller breaking tackles. Karsten Buller breaking tackles. He's gone. He's gone. Just like that, Eads. My goodness, Eads did the same thing against Granada last week. We're trailing for a good bit of the game, but then nearing that third, fourth quarter, they just really came back. Eads now, they were down 31-22 to start this third quarter, but now they lead 42-31 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Another Karsten Buller rushing touchdown. All 3 touchdowns this quarter, courtesy of Buller. Karsten Buller, the senior. Now let's see. He's 3 for 5 on the night. Snap, set, kick. That one is blocked there partially by Walsh. It looked like it was blocked. His hand got close, and I think he did hit it, but not enough. As good on the kick once again. 4 for 6 on the night is Aiden Ho. Man, just like that, Eads, they're a team that always keeps you on your toes. As they scored last time with 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. And just like that, onside kick was good. And then Karsten Buller at about midfield just ran it all the way in, because that's just what he has been doing tonight. Karsten Buller with another rushing touchdown, +2 on the kick conversion by Aiden Ho. Eads leads this game 40 44-31 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. It has been a fun one. Eagles versus Eagles. Walsh, we're up 31-22 heading into this third quarter, but it's been all Eads as they have scored 22 points in this third quarter. All touchdowns courtesy of Karsten Buller, the senior of Eads. Man, he has one heck of a game tonight. Hey, let's thank some sponsors like Garden City Regional Airport, Rancher Supply in Lamar and LaHunna, People's Credit Union of Lamar and Springfield, and Colorado Mills. Thank you to our sponsors. As Eads getting ready for the kick. Hey, we'd also like to thank the following for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast, and that, of course, is a Maltby Funeral Service in Springfield, Walsh Community Grocery Store, and the Walsh School District. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. We're going to take a quick 10-second break for the ID, and then we're back here on KVAY. We are getting ready to resume our six-man football coverage tonight. Eads hosting Walsh. 44-31. Eads leads this game after trailing for the majority of it. There's the kick. That time booming it is Aiden Ho after a successful onside kick recovery. And then, like I was saying, he gets some touchbacks pretty often. This last minute of this third quarter has taken quite some time, as it is now 9 o'clock. This game has taken 2 hours. So far, 15 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Eads with a commanding lead now, 44-31, a 13-point lead for them. Will be 1st and 15 for Walsh at their 15-yard line. Would like to thank some more sponsors like Cheyenne County Abstract, Deshaun Wells, Cook Oil Fuel Services in Walsh, and the historic Cow Palace Inn. Thank you to our sponsors. 1st and 15 for Walsh at their 15-yard line. Grady Mundell, the center, will long snap to Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley, quick pass to the right side. Was looking for, believe, his normal mark, Samuel Wright. Samuel Wright, believe, in that first half, over, I think, 120 yards on both rushing and receiving yards, which is ridiculous, which is, just really good stats, and he's done a great job this game. But now Eads able to lock him down in this third quarter. No score from Walsh at all in the third, as Eads just stopping them. They've gotten more privy to their plays, as Walsh gaining a few yards there. About 2nd and 10 for him at their 20. Mundell, the center, very good snapper. Don't see that too often because, a lot of times six-man centers, they don't snap as often as he does. Hudson Gorley still with the ball. Quick pass to the right side to number 45, Maddox Gorley. Maddox Gorley with the ball, shaking off a defender, but not able to shake off 3 Eads players. Believe he did get him the first, though. And, yes, that will be a first down from Hudson to Maddox Gorley. So after 3 quarters of play, the scoreboard reads 44-31. Eads leads this Eagles showdown by 13 points. So they lead by, they got over touchdown lead on them. So Walsh, really need to lock in here into this fourth quarter, as they had an excellent first half, but Eads just really coming out swinging at the gate in that third quarter. Well, actually, majority of that third quarter was, not too much happening, as Carson Buller scored a touchdown a couple minutes in. Eads still trailed, though. And then at the 26-second mark and 15-second mark left in the third quarter, both Karsten Buller touchdowns. Aiden Ho with an excellent onside kick earlier. 31-44, Walsh trails by 13 against Eads. We're going to take a 30-second break, then we're back here on KVAY with some more football. Getting ready to resume our football coverage. About 1st and 15 for Walsh. the Eads 37-yard line. Quick pass there to Maddox Gorley on the right side. He shakes off a tackle. Maddox Gorley's going, and he's gone in the end zone just like that. 11 seconds in the fourth quarter. 6 points scored off the bat from Hudson to Maddox, Gorley to Gorley there. They only trail by 7 now. They're going to go for the 1-point conversion. They're 1 for 5 on it tonight. As a great pass from Hudson to Maddox. They're going to go for the 1-point conversion. Or let's see, believe they will, because that's what they've been doing all night. Don't think they really have a notable kicker for them, which, is fine. If you just keep scoring touchdowns, 6 outpaces 2s. Go for the 1-point conversion. Snap there to Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley with the ball. Quick pass to the man running in the center. Able to find Maddox Gorley once again. Gorley to Gorley. Just 11 seconds into this fourth quarter, and Walsh has cut the deficit to just 6 points. We're going to take a 30-second break once again, and then we're back on KVAY with some more football. We are getting ready to resume 6-man football action. Eads hosting Walsh 44-38. Walsh just scored. Hudson Gorley found Maddox Gorley for a pass and touchdown from about 30 yards out. And then a 1-point conversion from Gorley to Gorley. Once again, 7 points there for them. They only trail by 6 against Eads, as Eads had a dominant third quarter there, stopping Walsh from scoring anything. Yeah, as Eads lost the first 2 quarters, but they won that second quarter 22-0. They doubled their score there. But now here in the fourth quarter, Walsh scoring there off the rip. Great work by them as we're getting ready to get back into action. Before then, let's thank some sponsors like American Implement and Walsh, McDonald Electric, and Western Shelter Insurance, Inc. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast, as we have had a fun one tonight. Walsh at Eads 6-man football action, as Walsh will be cooking here. Cooking once again will be Alex Korkamp, the sophomore. As they've gone for a few onside kicks tonight, has Walsh. If they go for one again and it's successful, man, that will really change the tides. We still got plenty of playing time. 9:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. Yep, going for the onside kick and rolling all the way back. And oh my goodness, it kept rolling. And Walsh, they fall on it. It rolled all the way back, and Eads not ready for it. Just like that. Man, called it bad luck for Eads there. Incredible kick by Korkamp, as it really had a lot of roll to it. As it rolled all the way into Eads' backyard. It's first and goal on the onside kick, on the recovery on the onside kick. Walsh just like that, back in the money. My goodness, first and goal at the 14-yard line. Incredible onside kick. Eads not able to recover it, and Walsh, they are just a step closer to taking a lead. Snap back to Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley running. He's getting chased. Finds an open man. That is number 22, Gage Caddick. Or excuse me, that was number 24, Grady Mundell. But he's tackled tough there. Stops. Oh, we'll have a penalty on Walsh, though. We'll send him back. Thank you to Ace Tire Service for bringing us all our penalties. Also, thank you to Backgate County Feed Yarn, Safford Spray Services, and SMC Irrigation in Walsh. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. We appreciate the support. Walsh at Eads. Walsh has scored a touchdown to start the fourth quarter off, and then Korkamp with the onside kick, and it just kept rolling and rolling and rolling, and a Walsh pounced on it. I'd never seen an onside kick that delivered that well. As on the onside kick recovery, it was first and goal. at the 14-yard line for Eads. For Walsh. Will be a replay of first down. First and goal at about the 14-yard line. We'll snap back to Hudson Gorley. Gorley's got a couple blockers. Gorley looking to bomb it, left corner. No good there. Trying to find Sam Wright. We do have flag on the play, though. Let's see what the flag is for. Clock stopped, 9:22. Walsh is on the attack right now. They trail 38-44 against the number 2 state-ranked Eads. Hey, let's also thank Lazy XD Brand LLC, Fat Puppy Construction, and Crave Kettle Corn Walsh for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast, as the Battle of the Eagles has been a hoot to call tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm your broadcaster, Ethan Smith-Senna, here on KVAY. Be it you're tuning in on the radio or online on our live video streaming on YouTube and Facebook, both go by the names of KVAY 1057. As still Walsh ball. Half the distance to goal. On the penalty there. Thank you to Ace Tire Service for those penalties. So, first and goal at the 12-yard line for Walsh. The center, Grady Mundell, will snap to the quarterback. Hudson Gorley, that's been the bread and butter tonight. And Gorley, oh, we do have whistle as soon as he snaps. Believe we'll just play it down real quick. Or flag, no. Oh, offsides. Or false start called on Walsh. Will be a 5-yard penalty. So first and goal at the 17-yard line now. Like I was saying, though, Walsh really been shooting themselves in the foot tonight in penalties. And what sucks about penalties, especially in first and goal, anytime in goal, now they're 17 yards out at goal. So, no more attempts at getting first down. If Eads is able to stop them from gaining 17 yards here, they will get the ball. Eads ball. Walsh ball rushing down the right side with number 30, Jackson Foster. Haven't done too many rushing plays, so surprised Eads a little bit as he got him some good yardage. Clock is still ticking, 8:45 and counting left in the fourth quarter as Walsh gains about 8 yards there. Second down, 9 yards to go here at second and goal as they trail by just 6 points. And if they get the 1-point conversion, which they're 2 for 6 on the night so far, they will take the lead by 1. But, still plenty of clock before, speculation can really begin. Grady Mundell, the center, with the ball. Snap, sets it up to Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley evading capture once again. Hudson Gorley, quick bullet pass. Oh, but into the ground there, trying to find his man right. We'll stop the clock on the incomplete pass at 8:10 left in the fourth quarter. Well, now you got third and goal at the 9-yard line for Walsh. He's doing their best to stop him. Man, Hudson Gorley, that kid has been elusive tonight when it comes to tackling him. Hey, let's thank some more sponsors like Eads School District, Precision Home and Lawn LLC. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast here in Eads, bringing you a great football game between a Walsh and Eads Battle of the Eagles. It's been a real fun one to call. Thank you for tuning in. Walsh ball. Third and goal, about an 8-yard line. Snap back to Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley, quick little jumping pass. And he finds his mark. Found Grady Mundell, his center. A 90-yard pass there by Walsh. They tie it up, 44 points apiece. First tie of the game. Don't see ties too often, old six-man. Not because, they aren't really field goals. It's normally like sixes or eights normally. But, sometimes, teams are just, six-man games are normally not super close. But this game has been incredible. They're going to go for the 1-point conversion, and they do not get it. But just like that, 8 minutes and 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. Walsh ties it up 44-44 against Eads here in Eads. Man, great game so far. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a 30-second break, then we're back on KVAY with some more football. We're getting ready to resume our coverage of this six-man football game. Walsh at Eads. Walsh have tied it up 44-44. They've scored 13 points in the past 2 minutes as they had about a 35-yard passing touchdown from Gorley to Gorley, Hudson to Maddox. And then, incredible props to Alex Korkamp, the sophomore kicker of Walsh, with honestly probably the best onside kick I've ever seen, as it just had so much bounce and rhythm to it that he kicked it from their 30-yard line. They recovered it. Walsh recovered the onside kick in Eads' 14-yard line. That was ridiculous. That was crazy. There's the onside kick attempt. Let's see. Eads, they do recover it. I believe I just heard the announcer say that if you're interested in that game, Idalia beat Stratton 80-32. Which, Stratton's a good team, but Idalia, that is going to be a team to watch out for. And Idalia is a team that Walsh played just last week. Believe they lost. They lost. But they got some good offense in against a very, very tough team. Walsh on a very tough schedule. I played Idalia last week, played Sean Wells the week before. Long snap to number 9, Brantley Buller. Brantley Buller sending a bomb, looking for Shane Winder. Underthrew him by a lot. He had to start running back, but he was too short. The man covering him, if he was too slow to cover him, he probably would have got that interception. So no good on that long pass play by Eads. Brantley Buller playing quarterback tonight. Has been pretty all right for him. Would like to give a big thank you to Maltby Funeral Service in Springfield, the Walsh Community Grocery Store, and the Walsh School District. Thank you to them for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. Eads hosting Walsh. 44-44 is the score in this league matchup. Eads with the ball. Getting tackled there is Winder, who got the carry. 7:40 and counting left in the fourth quarter, 44 each. We might see an overtime game. We'll just have to see. Hey, let's thank some more sponsors, like the Historic Cow Palace Inn, Lamar Auto Parts, J&N Shoes, Mr. D Sports, and Da Vinci Physical Therapy. Thank you to our sponsors. This clock is a ticking as Eads comes out of their huddle. We'll pitch it off to a running back. Buller running down that left side there. Getting some good distance. Gain of 7. Shane Winder getting the carry. 7 minutes and counting left to play. About 3rd and 10 for Eads. About 3rd and 10 for Eads at about their 20-yard line. Fourth and 11 for Eads. 6 and counting. 6:40 and counting left to play in the fourth quarter. Eads, they will punt here. Will Aiden Ho. Punt will roll out of bounds at about the 17, 18-yard line. Walsh, they've got a chance to take the lead. Game is tied 44-44 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Clock is stopped at 6:23 exact in the fourth quarter. Let's take a moment to thank some more sponsors like Brew and Others, A1 Rental and Sales, GN Bank, Lamar Eads, and Cook's Floor and Wall. Thank you to our sponsors. Appreciate the support. Couldn't be doing this without each and every one of our sponsors. And, of course, you, the viewer or listener, be it you're tuning in on the radio or on our YouTube and Facebook. Mundell snap there. Fake the handoff. Hudson Gorley with the ball. Run down left side. Instead, we'll run. One of the few times we've seen Hudson Gorley run, and he gets some distance there on the run, as it was 1st and goal for him, or excuse me, 1st and 15 for him at about their 20, and he gains about 10 yards on that run does Hudson Gorley. He has had one heck of a night as well, along with Samuel Wright and Grady Mundell and Maddox Gorley. Walsh, a very solid team, which their record just, 2-2, you think, oh, that's not, the greatest. But, the competition they've faced so far has been very, very tough. And also, they're just a good team. They're just a really fun team to watch as well. You don't see passing this good very often in six-man football. Look, with the ball, looking to run down the right side. Is tackled, though, is number 30, Jackson Foster. Carson Buller with the tackle. Not before Walsh gaining themselves a few yards, about 3rd and 3. At their about their 33-yard line. Walsh getting closer and closer. They have got a good drive ahead of them. Let's see, 5:45 and counting left in the fourth quarter. Game is tied 44-44 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. If it's tied after 4 quarters, we will go to an overtime. And I've never called an overtime game in six-man or any football contest. Oh, and bouncing off the hands of Maddox Gorley. And right there was number 21, Weston Mitchell, diving for it, almost getting the interception after it bounced off the hands of Maddox Gorley. But almost getting there. Stops the clock. 5.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Walsh will go for it. If they don't get it, it will be incredibly huge for Eads. But let's see. 4th and 2 for them. 4th down, 2 yards to go at about their 35-yard line. We do have a timeout. First timeout of the fourth quarter is called. And, yeah, we're going to get a lot of timeouts called here soon, I bet. 5.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. 44-44 is the score. Eagles versus Eagles. Walsh at Eads. Great game tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a 30-second break, then we're back with some more football action. Getting ready to resume our coverage of this six-man football game as we come out of the Eads Consumer Supply timeout. As Walsh called timeout, them and Eads are tied 44 points apiece here in this fourth quarter. If it came to extra points and both teams were good on all theirs, Walsh would be up. Walsh with the ball, looking to run it up. Number 30, Jackson Foster. He stopped. Is he stopped before the first down? Let's see. I don't think he quite got the first down. It was 4th and 2 for him in their own half. And Eads will get the turnover on downs with 5.5 minutes left to play here. 44-44 is the score on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. All tied up here as Eads will take control of the ball. 1st and 15 at about the Walsh 34-yard line. Let's thank some more sponsors like Tri-County Ford, Community Insurance Agency, Coberly Realty, and Wallace Gas and Oil. Thank you to each and every one of our sponsors. We appreciate the support. Eads with the ball, looking to run it up. Or still with the ball is number 12, Carson Buller. He's going on the left side before tackled. High up, drag on down. We do have a flag on the play, though. Thank you to Ace Tire Service for bringing us all our penalties as Buller rushed about 10 yards. Let's see what the referee calls here on the penalty. Will be called on Walsh on the penalty. Flag on the play there. Hey, we'd like to thank Ace Tire Service for bringing us our penalties, along with Fellowship Credit Union, Cook Oil Company in Walsh, and at the Tavern 1301 in Lamar. Thank you to them for sponsoring all these sports broadcasts. We appreciate the support. Couldn't be doing this without each and every one of our sponsors. And, of course, you, our viewer or our listener, be it you're tuning in on the radio or on YouTube and Facebook. Clock is stopped at 5:16 exact here in the fourth quarter. Scoreboard reads 44-44, Walsh at Eads. Walsh has scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. Eads scored 22 unanswered points in the third. Eads, quarterback under center, Brentley Buller. He hands it off. Run it down that left side there. Is Shane Winder. gets him some more yardage, as it is now about 2nd and 10 for Eads at the Walsh, about 14, 13-yard line. Let's thank some more sponsors like Pryor's Medical Center, Golden Plains Insurance Agency, and McClave State Bank. Thank you to our sponsors. Eads with the ball. Quarterback under center will hand it off. Like a run down the left side once again. That time, Walsh getting a lot more privy to it. They stop him. He might have gained a yard, maybe two, but didn't get too much after that. So we'll be about 3rd and 7 at the 10-yard line for the Eads squad. This is a close one. 4:45 and counting left to go in the 4th quarter. Eads leads this one, this game is tied between these two teams, 44 all. Eads with the ball, quarterback under center, Brantley Buller, first-time quarterback for tonight. We'll pitch it back, running down the left side, I believe it's Karsten Buller. He gets him some yardage, but not quite a touchdown. I don't think first down either. As we'll be about 4th and 2 at the 5-yard line. Let's see if Walsh is able to get a big stop here. If they do, that'll be monumental for them. 4th and goal, or 4th and 2 for Eads at the 5-yard line. Substitution. Jaden Self going to the bench. In comes Ethan Britton. 4 minutes and counting left to go in game time. Game still tied 44 all. Eads will go for it. Quarterback under center. We'll pitch it back. Looking to run it down the right side. Looking to run up is Shane Winder, as he winds up in the end zone on a 5-yard Russian touchdown to take the lead 50-44 on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard, meaning this next 2-point conversion kick is going to be big for Eads. I believe they'll go for it, because if they get it, they'll be up by 8. And Walsh, the entire night, they've only gone for 1-point conversions, and they're about 2 for 6 on them tonight. So if Eads gets a 2-point conversion kick, which I assume they'll go for, because Aiden Ho has been electric this whole season, we'll really put Walsh in a tough spot. So let's see. So Eads, snap, set, kick. It is up, and it is good as gold as Eads takes an 8-point lead and makes this game more and more worrying for the Walsh squad as they trail 52-44 against the home team Eads. We're going to take a 30-second break here on KVAY, then we're back to bring you some more 6-man football. Getting ready to resume our coverage of this 6-man football game. I'm your broadcaster, Ethan Smith-Sena, here in Eads. 52-44 is the score after the Eads Eagles just got a great touchdown, 5-yard rushing touchdown by Shane Winder, and then the 2-point kick conversion by Aiden Ho. Good work by him tonight, as he has done a great job. He is 5 for 7 when it comes to those 2-point conversion kicks. Both teams, first quarter, 2 fumble recoveries by a Walsh. Aiden Ho, let's see, will he go for the onside kick? Nope, he will just boom that sucker deep. Will be caught, though, by Samuel Wright at the 10-yard line. Let's see, Samuel Wright looking to make some action, going down the left side. Will be a gang tackle there by a Buller. Will be getting tackled there by Buller, Mitchek, and Winder. So, Walsh has got themselves a trek here. They trail by 8 points on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. 1st and 15 for them at their 19-yard line. But trailing by 8 is big trouble for them, as this game, they are 2 for 6 on those 2-point conversion, on those 1-point conversions. They have not attempted a single kick tonight, and they would need a kick to at least tie it up. They only got 3:30 left to play here. Here's the snap. with the ball is number 10, Hudson Gorley. Quick pass in the pocket, able to find Samuel Wright, his favorite recipient, and Samuel Wright makes that right as he gets him almost a first down there. So second about 3 for him at their 20-yard line. Hey, let's thank some more sponsors like Eads Consumer Supply, Hometown Gas and Grill, Ace Tire Service, and Peacock Funeral Home. Thank you to our sponsors. As Walsh at Eads, 6-man football is crazy tonight with the ball. Hudson Gorley, the quarterback. Quick pass, looking for his man, overthrows Samuel Wright though, and if it was, just about half a foot shorter, like lower, would have been an easy snatch by Samuel Wright, and he would have, for sure a first down. Heck, might have even shook his defender. Clock is stopped though for Walsh, which is something they like. 3 minutes left to play here. They trail by 8 points against Eads, but like I'm saying, Walsh, they have not scored a 2-point conversion kick tonight. So I don't know if they'll go for it. Best case scenario for Walsh is, I don't know if they have the 2-point conversion kick. Once again, this is the first Walsh game of the season I'm calling. I'm happy I'm calling this. This is a fun one. Walsh only trailing by 8. But yeah, Walsh, I don't think they have a kicker. So best case scenario, they score a touchdown quick and then have another excellent onside kick attempt as they get the pass there. Able to find Samuel Wright. Wright breaking some tackles. He's going down, but he's eventually tackled by Eads. Not before making some great distance all the way to about the 20-yard line. And there's still about 2:45 left to play. And that is something that's still on the table. The Valix Core Camp. Man, that kid, the sophomore for Walsh, the best onside kick I've seen in football. Man, that was crazy. It just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. Eads couldn't recover it. And on an onside kick, Walsh recovered. And they recovered, and it was first and goal. That was utterly ridiculous. Great kick work there by Alex Corkamp earlier. That's something, that's an option to keep alive because this game is not over yet. With how quick the points have been scored, there have been like less than 10-second gaps. There's a snap to Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley looking for a pass, looking to bomb, trying to find Samuel Wright. Aiden Ho has had excellent coverage tonight when it comes to recovering receivers. Aiden Ho not playing quarterback tonight, but still automatic at kicking and still excellent at that coverage defense. God word, 47-32 is the score. Grenada leading by 15 points against Wiley tonight with just 40 seconds left to play in that game. So it looks like will be another league win for Grenada. I believe they will become 4-1 on the season. Walsh, snap back to number 10, Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley, let's see, looking for a pass. Is it caught? Incomplete once again. They get so close and so close and so close does Walsh. But they're falling short right here. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. They trail by 8 points on the Prowers Medical Center scoreboard. Hey, let's thank some sponsors like Evergreen Electric, Bison Title Company, Tri-State Body Shop, and Scooters Coffee. Thank you to our sponsors. As the Walsh boys huddled up here, talking shop. Believe Walsh with 2 timeouts still, and Eads with 3. Both teams saving them for the last 2 minutes of play. As the center, Grady Mundell, been excellent for Walsh all night. Getting ready to snap here to Hudson Gorley. Hudson Gorley with the ball. Pass to the right side, and a great coverage once again there by Aiden Ho. Aiden Ho, excellent coverage once again as it's 4th and 15 for Walsh. Walsh calling timeout here. Thank you to Eads Consumer Supply for bringing us all our timeouts. We're going to take one with them. We're going to be back in 30 seconds here on KVAY. Man, this has been a fun game tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. Eads hosting Walsh 6-man football action. Sorry for the technical difficulties there real quick, but they went for the pass, tried to find Maddox Gorley in the end zone, but Shane Winder on coverage slapped it out, and it is Eads' ball. I believe that's Walsh's last time out, and Eads is just going to let clock run. Minute 46 left to play here. 52-44 is the score as Eads leads this game by 8 points. It is their ball after getting a turnover on downs by the Walsh Eagles. Man, what a fun game this one has been. It has just been back and forth. That first half was all Walsh, but now Eads, looking like this is their game to lose. It's their ball. I believe that was Walsh's last time out. Thank you, of course, to Eads Consumer Supply for bringing us all our timeouts. Let's also thank the Garden City Regional Airport, Rancher Supply in Lamar and Lahana, People's Credit Union of Lamar and Springfield, Cheyenne County Abstract to Cheyenne Wells, and Cook Oil Fuel Services in Walsh. Thank you to all of them for sponsoring these sports broadcasts day in, day out. Minute 46 left to go. Eads, though, they just got to get, steady. They just got to stay steady on some yard gainage, just run clock the best they can. Is Eads' ball running it out? Oh, he might have broke it. He might have broke free. He's going. He has one on him. He breaks a tackle for a second, but he stops him. Does Grady Mundell. Grady Mundell chased down Shane Winder, but Shane Winder practically got him a victory there on that one carry. As clock is ticking, or it should be ticking. We do have flags. Oh, we have flags. Let's see. Is it unnecessary roughness on a Mundell or something of the sorts? Because, yeah, he got Winder pretty good on the tackle. And if we have flags down here where Winder was tackled, let's see what the referees decide on. And we'll wave off the flag, though. As, man, Mundell, the center, he chased down Winder, who's been burning people all night. He chased him down. He got a clean, strong tackle on him. Good work by Mundell, who's been a very underrated part of tonight's game. Like I say, you don't see snappers be very good often in six-man because they don't do it too often. Normally it's just the standard cookie cutter. Nothing wrong with that. But, the standard quarterback under center and then try to make it work from there. But tonight, they give Hudson Gorley space, and they have, been electric from the passing plays. It's just Eads leads this game by 8 points with a minute and a half left to go. Do have a timeout called by Eads, though. 52-44. Eads leads this game by 8. Will be their ball. 1st and 15 at the Walsh 20-yard line. Believe this will be our last time out of the game, so we're going to take one with them. We're going to take a 30-second break, and then we're back here on KVAY. We are getting ready to resume coverage of this six-man football game. Eads calling the timeout here. Thank you to Eads Consumer Supply for bringing us our timeouts. 52-44 is the score. Eads leads by 8 points. They are the ranked second in the state in six-man. Ranked 13th is Walsh, and Walsh, they've really shown some spirit tonight. Incredibly fun team to watch. First Walsh game I'm calling this season. Hope to see them, in the postseason because if the results stand, will be a win for Eads. They'll advance to a 6-0 overall, while Walsh will fall to 2-3. And there's a victory formation, just kneeling it. They'll kneel it as I believe Walsh all out of timeouts, minute 20 and counting here. As Eads, they're just going to run the play clock, and then they're just going to kneel the ball, and that should do it for the game. Don't want to risk it because I think it's happened 3 times where Walsh, there's some heavy hitters on the tacklers. I never really mentioned this, but Walsh, they seem to be a little bit bigger when it comes to size. that has played a pretty good difference. They've blocked a couple of the 2-point conversion kicks, along with doing some good work on I believe they forced 3 fumbles tonight and recovered 2 of them, both of them eventually leading to a drive that became touchdowns. So 40 seconds and counting. Will be 3rd and 17 for Eads, but they're just going to kneel it out here. One more kneel, and believe they'll have enough time for the play clock there. And that will do it for the game. 52-44 is the final score. Eads, they come away with a victory tonight, but it was a tough one. Tough game on both sides. We're going to take a 1.5-minute break, and then we're back here on KVAY to bring you the McClave State Bank postgame show. We are getting ready to bring you the post-game show. The post-game show presented to you by McClave State Bank. How important is convenience? Well, what if you didn't have to drive to the bank and wait in line at the drive-thru? McClave State Bank is now offering convenient mobile banking and mobile deposit. They offer fast, efficient service and a friendly staff that can handle all your banking needs. You'll save time with the convenience and ease of their online banking, and for even more convenience, stop by in Lamar. 309 East Olive Street, McClave State Bank, small enough to serve you well. Member FDIC. Final score, 52-44. What a game that one was. Eads took the lead early on, 8-0. Then Walsh fought back. They won that first quarter. First quarter, very high scoring from both teams, 19-14. Walsh won it. Second quarter, Walsh won 12-8, so 31-22 was the score heading into the third quarter. And Eads doubled up. They beat Walsh 22-0 in that third quarter, and that ultimately that's the deciding factor. Walsh, coming back a little bit in that fourth quarter, with that the Gorley to Gorley pass and touchdown, and then also the Valak score camp. My goodness, that was probably the best onside kick attempt I've ever seen, as it just kept going and going and going. As Walsh kicked it from their 30-yard line, and they recovered it at the Eads 14-yard line. First and goal on the first and goal on an onside kick recovery was absolutely ridiculous, and I loved every bit of that. But, Walsh falls today 44-52, but what a valiant effort that was. The number 13 team in the state losing to number 2. Eads believed was a heavier favorite than this heading into this game, as it was tied 44 for a good bit there before the final touchdown was Shane Winder, 5-yard touchdown there. Good on the 2-point conversion kick by Aiden Ho. Aiden Ho doing a good there tonight. Going at 5 for 7 at the 2-point conversion kick. While Walsh just 2 for 7 at the 1-point conversion. And, that is a big tail as well. Those 2 points, they scored the same amount of touchdowns. Both teams scored 7 touchdowns, but there's an 8-point difference because Eads, they've got a great kicker, and that's Aiden Ho. 5 for 7 tonight. He was, I believe, 22 for 24 before this game, according to Max Preps. So, Walsh, they really gave him a tough time blocking some blocking two of them. I believe Samuel Wright getting a hand on both of them. But yeah, no, both scoring the same amount of touchdowns. It's just those 2-point conversions. They kept adding up to an insurmountable 8-point lead because Walsh don't believe they got a kicker who can, do it, as they went 2 for 7 on their 1-point conversion attempts. Final score 52-44. Incredible play from all teams all around. Great, battle of opposites. Eads, they love to run the ball. While Walsh, Hudson Gorley, great quarterback, is just a sophomore. Great awareness. Incredible to staying on his feet, even with a man on his ankle, pulling him down. Just good game, passing versus rushing, really. And Eads, the Russian team, ranked second in the state, win a close one. A battle of the Eagles. They win 52-44. Now, before we sign off, time to bring you the Golden Plains Insurance MVP. Golden Plains Insurance on the Mar, Springfield to Walsh, Rocky Ford and Eads brings a lifetime of experience to the table when they discuss your farm and ranch insurance needs. They're committed to you, not some corporation. So they have the freedom and authority to create the perfect policy, custom designed for your operation, independent and homegrown just like you. Golden Plains Insurance, prepared for your future. So first off, looking at the Walsh side, Hudson Gorley, excellent tonight. Samuel Wright, well, what a game by him, rushing and receiving and on defense. Ridiculous game from him. Corkamp, very solid kicker for him tonight. Grady Mundell, very underrated as a center. Incredible at snapping the ball to Hudson Gorley's hands perfectly every single time. A lot of times you see that. Some teams, they fumble it off that very often. Even some very good teams are not used to that. But great connection there from Mundell to Gorley. Bo Foster and Jackson Foster, both some good blocks and receptions tonight. And then Maddox Gorley, same with him. Some great receptions as well. A couple touchdowns for him. Then looking at the Eads side, despite missing Anthony Paez, players, they really bossed up tonight. Brantley Bowler as quarterback, did solid. Jonathan Vasquez, always an excellent anchor at center. And then the two big names, man, got to be Shane Winder and Karsten Buller. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Those boys had so many touchdowns, so many excellent plays. Now, Winder, grabbing like the one interception of the game. Karsten Buller, all 3 touchdowns scored by Eads in that third quarter were by him, rushing touchdowns. They both, I think, had a rushing touchdown from beyond the midfield. Just ridiculous work by them. But if I had to choose, I think I got to give it to Karsten Buller, because that third quarter is really turn it around for him. But it's a tough pick, for anybody in this game. Every single player played great from Walsh to Eads. 52-44. Both teams scored 7 touchdowns. It's just the kicking power of Aiden Ho for Eads. Got him. He's also a very good shot for MVP because those kicks are also what won him the game. But, we're going to give it to Karsten Buller. Those touchdowns, that third quarter was a masterclass by him. He'll be winning our Golden Plains Insurance MVP. That'll do it for the broadcast. Got a couple things I'd like to say, though. We'd like to thank all of the following for sponsoring this specific sports broadcast. And that is American Implement in Walsh, McDonald Electric, Western Shelter Insurance, Inc., Baca County Feed Yard, Saffir Spray Services, SMC Irrigation in Walsh, Lazy XD Brand LLC, Fat Puppy Construction, Crave Kettle Corn of Walsh, Eads School District, Precision Home and Lawn LLC, along with Maltby Funeral Service in Springfield, the Walsh Community Grocery Store, and the Walsh School District. Thank you to all of them for sponsoring this specific game. And what a game it was to sponsor. 52-44, the Eads squad takes down Walsh. They are now 6-0 on the season, while Walsh falling to 2-3. Great game between these two teams. Also earlier, got some updates on the Grenada-Wiley game earlier. 47-32 was the final score. Grenada takes down Wiley by 15 points. But that'll do it for the broadcast. Next sports broadcast, though, coming your way here on the radio and on our YouTube and Facebook once again, about 3 p.m. or so tomorrow, depending on the prior games. That's what it's scheduled for. Lamar hosting Salida Tri-Peaks League volleyball action. I will have the broadcast for that tomorrow afternoon in the community building, so be sure to tune in here on KVAY for that tomorrow. But that'll do it for the broadcast. 52-44, Eads takes down Walsh 6-man football league action. I'm your broadcaster, Ethan Smith-Sena. Thank you very much for joining me on this lovely Friday night. Big thank you to Christy back at the station for board hopping. You're listening to 105.7 FM KVAY. As always, you have yourself a great rest of your night.